All right, here we are. Just doing a quick sound check. See if I can hear everything okay. Howdy, howdy, everyone who's here. And if you're watching the live or the later VOD, welcome. Glad you're here. Sounds like my sound's working. Let me turn this off quick. All right. And my background sound is really loud. Let me adjust that real fast. Volume mixer. All right, pirate music. There we go. Perfect. All right. Hello. My name is Miles Tales. This is Games with Nobodies. We're a channel that likes to play multiplayer games, and tonight it's a live stream. We're doing some Sea of Thieves, one of the best multiplayer games out there, in my opinion. So good. Man, do I got a plan for tonight. It's going to be fun. Something that I've always wanted to do. Haven't really committed the time to do it yet. Stream is the perfect time to do it. We're going to go looking for a rowboat out on one of the islands. And while we're at it, we'll pick up some loot while we're going. But the goal is to go find other players and sneak on their ship. we wanna pull off the perfect heist tonight and steal some treasure. Ideally, we can steal a chest of fortune. It's the rarest and hardest to get chest in the game right now. Just got released with this new season. I would love to pull off that heist. Whether that actually happens or not, we will find out. But we're going to position ourselves for something like that if it's available. In the meantime, while we're waiting, we'll get looted up here a little bit. Go find the supplies that we need to. And if there's no Fort of Fortune open, then we'll go find another ship to go loot regardless. It'd be fun to find like an Order of, not Order of Souls, a Gold Hoarders ship to loot to see if we can get one of their vaults or something like that. We'll see how it goes. So currently, I am stocking my ship up. I gotta run over to that island and get some food. The thing about looting in this game is, if you're gonna do a heist kind of thing, oh, there is one Reaper out there. If you're gonna do a heist in this game, you gotta have supplies that fit in your pockets. Because you're gonna be sitting on a ship, and you can steal from the other players if they've got stuff on their ship. But if they don't, I mean, you don't have anything. You don't have a whole ship worth of supplies to pull from. So we have to kind of find the best stuff possible. That's a pretty good find. Yeah, this is an anchor ball. Man, that is good stuff. So we're gonna stock up on some food, and while we go around the rest of the islands, we'll find some better food as we go. We're probably gonna swing by oh hey, Sharon Zero. Oh, you just got here in time. I just started. Good to see you, man. Yeah, we're playing some Sea of Thieves tonight. A bunch of the nobodies are not here tonight. They have other stuff going on. And so I am helming the ship, no pun intended, for the stream tonight. So it's gonna be fun. Yeah, we're gonna pull off a heist tonight. I'm gonna try to rip a chest off of people's boats. Hopefully a chest of fortune. That's the best chest in the game right now. It requires a little bit of just a little bit of luck, though, because you need a fort to be open, and right now there isn't one, but there might be as we get going here. So we're going to set sail for an island and see how things get started here. We will get going. Jurgen Zero, how you doing? How's life? Glad you're here. Thanks for swinging by. All right, so we're going to go to this island behind this big old rock here, and there's a fort there. It's not active currently. And the goal at these islands, we're going to try to find better food. Primarily pineapples is what I want to find. As well as a rowboat. Or as the community lovingly calls it, a rowie. Nice ship I've got there. Thanks, Jurgen. It's seen better days. I haven't repaired the ship in a while. But I got my Eastern Dragon stuff going on with it. The dragon, the ship is called the Dragon's Horde. Ooh, that's hard to see with this lighting, but there's a nameplate here. Dragon's Horde, and the idea behind it was to have a kind of dragon theme, but I also love doing the gold hoarder missions. So it fit really well. You know, dragons like to hoard money and all that stuff, and I'm more of a gold hoarder than I am anything else. So I thought it fit the theme really well. I started playing this game, man, last January, so 2022 January, and the nobodies were not interested. And so I was on my own, and it's a man, it is a beautiful game. It's so good. But it's such a hard game to play solo, and so I just resorted to doing a bunch of gold hoarder missions to earn as much money as I could for myself to buy cosmetics. So that's some bad timing for the lighting, Sherigan said. Yeah, I know, it's terrible. It's like the sunset's right there. This nameplate is supposed to say the Dragon's Horde, but it is like impossible to see right now. At least you can enjoy the sunset a little bit. That's kind of nice, huh? That's one thing this game has going for it. Have you seen the game before, Sherigan? Sea of Thieves? It's a good time. For those watching who haven't seen this before, this came out in 2018, and the reviews for it were real bad at the start. It was a beautiful world with not a whole lot going on with it, and it didn't get out of that for a couple years. But this last probably 2 years or so, they've been doing steady updates with different content, and the game has gotten so good, and there's so much to do. Not to mention, the game is just gorgeous. It's so pretty. Like, there are times where I come into the game just to, like, fish. You know, like, I'm not pirating or looting or anything. I just want to fish the ocean and see what I can get and just enjoy the scenery. I'm kind of a... Man, I'm missing this one. I'm kind of a warm weather lover, and I live in Minnesota, and so it's hard to get warm weather most of the year here. And so this game was a way for me to kind of have a little sunny escape and get out to the ocean. All right, we're at our first island. The goal here, like I said, we're to find a rowboat would be the biggest thing. When pulling off a heist, you want to be sneaky. You got to have the element of surprise. And when you have a giant ship like that, like I said, Sherigan, this thing, this thing is so beat up. Yeah, I've been hit by a few cannonballs and stuff. I need to pay the shipwright to scuff the stuff out of it. But yeah, we need the element of surprise. And so a rowboat lets us be really small in the water. People can't see us as easily. And then food, like I said. Sherigan says, I have also played Sea of Thieves before with some friends a long time ago. Nice. A good time to get back in. It's a fun game. I actually just convinced AS Cool, Andrew, one of the nobodies here, to get the game. And he and I played quite a bit a couple weeks ago. Life got busy for both of us, so we weren't able to commit to playing more. But hopefully soon we'll get back into it. He loved it so much, he actually convinced a bunch of his buddies from college to get it, and now there's like 8 or 9 of them that are playing pretty consistently, which is kind of fun. I need to play more with them. I don't know them at all, and Andrew hasn't been around, and it's kind of weird to just like jump into their game and start playing. And they're all new. I've got a couple hundred hours in this game now by myself, and it's not that I don't like playing with new players, it's that I don't like to take over the ship. I don't like to run people around and, like, you know, be the carry in that sense. Like, I want to do stuff with people, so I don't like to jump in by myself on that, but maybe one of these days we will. Oh, man, okay. Well, so far, we're not getting lucky with the rowie. I jumped off this island on accident, so we got a little bit of swimming to do. But we'll get around to the other side here quick. And if we're real lucky, like I said, currently we are not, but if we're real lucky, we're going to hear a horn in the distance that's going to sound the opening of a Fort of Fortune. And that is going to be our moment. We are going to get the rowboat over there and just jump on a player's ship and hide and hope that we don't get found. It's going to be pretty sweet. Hopefully. Hopefully. If I get caught, it's a whole nother ordeal, you know? We'll see. Well, yesterday my family celebrated Easter, and it was my first time doing Easter with them in, man, 8 years now? I think it was 8 years ago. 8 or 9 years ago, I moved to Wisconsin on my own. Didn't know anybody there. Oh, is that a rowboat? Hold on, I will continue my story. This looks like a rowboat. Oh, I hear monsters. Yeah, we got a rowboat! Item number 1 checked off our list. What luck we have. Okay. So we want to... Okay. We're going to keep running into rocks. Yeah, that's exactly what we want. Let's see if I can get this out of here, because these things are hard to maneuver. Around here. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Almost there. There's a snake in the water. Oh. Oh. Yeah, get out of here, lightning dude. All right, we're running. We're running. Oh my goodness. I can't believe we found this on our first island. This is fantastic. Okay. Well, like I was saying, Easter was yesterday. First time I've celebrated in 9 years. I think 9 years it's been. And I was in Wisconsin. I didn't know anybody there. My family doesn't live there. And so I just kind of did my own thing on Easter. And then I got married 5 years ago. And my wife and I, her family lives 2 hours from us when we were in Wisconsin. They now live 6 hours from us. So while we were there, we said, you know, Easter's our day. We're going to do our own thing. So we would, this is how nerdy we are. We would scope out a 2-player board game and save up some money through the year to buy that board game on Easter Day. And then we would go to like the local Panera or like some cafe or a coffee shop. And we would whip that game out and play it for like 2-3 hours. It was super fun. One year we did Dominion. That was a fun game that we played. And if you haven't played the card game Dominion, whew, missing out. That's a good game. We did a game called Patchwork one year, which is a quilting game. And it sounds super dorky and like frilly, but it's a great 2-player game. It's really good. And then during the pandemic, we were craving some people time. And so we got Jackbox games for the computer, and we called our family up and played Jackbox with them over state lines, which is pretty great. Anyway, so that was our tradition. Whoop, check this out. That was our tradition for a long time. And then we moved back to Minnesota this year, and my family is now here. And so, oh man, that's some weird pirate music. Gotta turn this down a little bit. Is that music too loud for you guys? If you can let me know in chat. Is the music too loud? Is it okay? Song's a little goofy, but I'm gonna make a change to it real fast. Come here, music. This is not a pirate song. Here we go. Okay, so we moved back to Minnesota. My family's nearby, and so we decided that we were gonna do Easter with them this year. And this year was the first year that my parents hosted Easter, so they had my extended family over, and then all of my sync that quick. My extended family were over, and then my immediate family, which I have 2 brothers and a sister, and we're all married, and the rest of my siblings have kids. I do not have kids, and so we hung out with the kids and did an Easter egg hunt, did some food. Actually, I put a short up. Yesterday at Easter of the Easter egg hunt that we set up for the kids. It's super funny. We like to have a good time with them, and so we got the duct tape out and did a whole bunch of stuff. So, oh, you can't hear the music? Well, why am I even worried about it? No worries. We'll just leave the music off then. That's a little easier for me then. Would you like some music? I can fiddle with it. Let's try this out here. If I do that like that. And then we'll try that out. If you don't hear anything, then I'm not going to mess with it too much because it'll take over the whole stream. But I do have some music on in the background. Otherwise, if the game sound is fine, I'll just leave it like that. This game has some sound and stuff going on with it too. But, so yeah, so we did an Easter egg hunt yesterday for the kids, the nieces and nephews. And it was super funny because we got duct tape out and found the most precarious places ever. It was great. Jurgen says, since when do you spawn in with loads of cannonballs and boards? Yeah, dude. So in season 8, we're in season 9 now, but last season they added a on-demand PvP mode. So remember they had Arena back in the day where it was like its own separate pirate sinking game? They removed Arena. Now they have a thing, it's an hourglass that you spin, and it queues you up in matchmaking for on-demand naval fights. And when they did that, the players obviously went nuts for it because naval battles are so cool in this game. But what they didn't realize is that if you sink in the naval battle, you have no supplies to start with anymore. And they wanted people to enjoy the naval battles, and so they doubled the amount of supplies that you start with. Oh man, I'm in a terrible shot. Sorry, I'm a little nervous right now. They doubled the amount of supplies that you start with when you start the game up. So now you have like 80 cannonballs. I also looted the island before you guys got here. so that we could get started right away. So I had a few more. And then that rowboat that I just picked up had a whole bunch of stuff on it. So now I'm like loaded. You're gonna see me and how bad of a shot I am. This is why I did gold hoarders a lot, because did we make it over there? Nope. Man, we are something else, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I'm practicing. It's been a little bit. Setting these boats afire though are always, because the skeletons like burn pretty quick. Here we go. Now we got a shot. Yeah. Let's go, skelly ship. We'll get our first little bit of loot here, and while we're looking for more players, we'll be able to sell this and get some money. So yeah, so like I said, they started players with a lot of supplies, but they could get back into the fights with the hourglass quicker, which was a great move, because even just raiding islands at the start of the night, like you have to commit so much time just to get supplies at the start, which is like, it's sad, you know, like it was sad. It's not anymore. That thing sunk. We got it that time. Heyo. Perfect. We'll take a skelly sink right away. We actually might get some trading power because of that. These skeleton ships, they drop ritual skulls, and ritual skulls are used in the Fort of the Dam to, or the Fort of Fortunes, to open it. So if we find another player, we might be able to offer it as a trade. I don't think I can really do the thing solo very easily. Anyways, so having to loot the entire start of your journey is not as much of a thing anymore. You still got to loot some if you want better things, but you at least have a bunch of cannonballs. And they double your food too, so you have a bunch of food to start with as well. And the whole reason for that was so that people could do the PvP fights. The other thing that they did too that's actually awesome for supplies. Ooh, that's a good chest right there. We'll pick that up in a second. I'll show you that one. The other thing that they did, this harpoon automatically unloads itself. So if I hit a loot piece, oh, we hit the bottom of the ocean. That's funny. If I hit a loot piece, it'll just go right onto our boat. I got you. Which is great. So this last season, they added so many changes to the game that it's great for solo players, which was a big boon for me playing more right at the drop of Season 9, because that's pretty much all I play is solo. And so being able to do some of this stuff without having to worry about having a crew of people is super nice. Go. Oh, that one there, that one there. I see those two over there. Turn the ship a little bit more. All right, the big red gem, nice. Well, that's a successful start. We got ourselves a rowboat. We got ourselves a skeleton ship sink. We didn't even take any damage from it, even though it was a rocky start for the ship fight. There's one more piece. There it is. Hey-oh. Look at all that stuff there. We're gonna set this to the side. Set this here. Check out this chest. 1,000 grogs. It makes you a little bit woozy. It's worth a lot of money though, so we'll drop that off. And a storage crate. That's so good. It's not good when we're gonna be jumping on another player's ship, but it's a good start anyways for if we need to change plans. Put that there, and this guy here. And did we get a ritual skull? Nope. Oh, did we? No, that skull kept it up. Is this a ritual skull? All right. Perfect. Well, we got a storm coming our way. I do want to hit that fort up over there, because I've got a storage chest now. Maybe we'll do that. Let's head over to the fort off this way, and then we'll go take care of that Spaniards over there. Shuriken Zero says, what? How many quality of life updates did they make even without PvT? You still get loads of supplies? Yes. Dude, you gotta check it out. The game started off real rough. The first couple years it was out, there just wasn't a whole lot to do and things were really slow. And they've sped things up a ton. So a season 8, they did the hourglass thing. That's right here. It's on your boat. And there's matchmaking You pick a side, either the Athena fortune or the Reapers, and you can just queue up for matchmaking. And so it's kind of fun. Like right now, I'm not queued for matchmaking because we're gonna go do some Thieving. But if I wanted to go do some naval battle, I could just flip that hourglass, and it would send me to other servers to go do some naval fights. It is so sweet. And then season 9, they made it was a quality of life update. Mostly for solo players, but it was for everybody. That harpoon one is a huge change. The supplies update was huge. They also made it so that as you're traveling places, there's more happening in the seas. So that skeleton ship, those megalodons and krakens, those already existed, but they spawn more often, which is pretty great. They added a thing with the Fort of Fortune and the Fort of the Damned, where there's a skull called the Skull of Destiny that has all the colored lights in it. So those lights are used to kill the skeletons on the fort. But now you have a skull that has all the lights in it. And so you can put that skull down and change the color of the lights, and that light just kind of sits on the ground where the skeletons are and makes them vulnerable so you can hit them. So it doesn't take ages for a solo player to do a Fort of Fortune anymore. And, oh, look, a fort just popped. That is perfect. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna go to this thing here. I see another player, or another skeleton ship over there. The other thing they did too is all the world events, they scaled them to the number of players on the ship. So the Fort of Fortune and the Ashen Winds and the Krakens and Megalodons and all that, they're easiest when you play solo, right? Because you're one player. And as you add more players, they get more tanky and do more damage and all that stuff, which is how it should be because you've got more players. But even like Fort of Fortune and Fort of the Damned, you can do it by yourself in like 12 minutes or 15 minutes, something like that, if you know what you're doing. I don't know what I'm doing, so it's going to take me probably like 30 minutes to finish one. But once you know what's happening, I mean, you can get in and out of there really quick, which is really, really cool. It's such a good change. They made things just really accessible, which I appreciate. Jerrigan says, do you remember the first time encountering a Kraken or any other bosses? Freaked me out the first time. Yes. The Kraken specifically, oh my goodness. The Kraken is so cool. It's just a nice little freaky moment when you're just sailing, having a good time, and out of nowhere, your ship stops moving. The water turns black, and then all those tentacles come up over the ship. Oh man, it's awesome. Yeah, it's so cool. I actually got to experience the Kraken fight, and there's a tall tale where you fight the Kraken as well. Ooh, we got some weird lag happening here. Hopefully, okay, we should be okay now. You fight the Kraken in one of the tall tales, and you see like its face and everything. That is the sickest thing. It's so cool. The Megalodon is also awesome. I've fought a whole bunch of those now, so they're not as novel for me. But definitely like the Ashen Winds bosses and all that. I think I've only done like 2 or 3 Ashen Winds, and I think 2/3 of them have been stolen from me. But the boss fights are cool, so that's neat. This is another thing they added to the game too. I really like this for solo. These are called fortresses. They're run by like Spaniard conquistadors kind of thing. They've got some really cool ghostly armor and all that stuff. And they send like, I don't know, 6 waves of these dudes at you. And the last wave has a boss ghost. And when you beat the boss ghost, he drops a key to a treasure room in the basement. In the treasure room, it's meant to be pretty quick. Like you can clear these out in 5-10 minutes, something like that. And I've done maybe 100 of these now. I do these a lot. Because you can do them like 10-15 minutes. Then this fort is empty, so you can use it to like barricade yourself, kind of. It's got a bunch of cannons on the outside, and there's tons of really good fruit in these barrels. Not to mention the treasure that you get to take with you. And then you can just take all the loot with you to an outpost quick, drop it off, and log off. You know, if you got half an hour, maybe 40 minutes to get through something, but no more time, this is one of those things you blew up a barrel on me. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, you can get through these things pretty quick unless they barrel you, obviously. So it's a good way to make some steady, small amounts of loot. You're not stacking them or anything like that, but it's a really good time to just get in there and get out. So, Sherigan Zero says, I don't remember which one I fought, but there was this one time where a Megalodon just showed up out of nowhere. Yeah. They're scary too. Like, it's all the music that comes in, and it's one thing I love about this game is they do such a good job with all the music and just the setting, the feeling. It feels like you're out on the ocean. Oh my word. Skeleton galleon just floating by. Nutty. Sherigan Zero says, holy, 2 million gold? Now that's some dedication. Yes, and most of that is solo. And probably, there's a pineapple. And probably from doing these ghost forts as well. I do these a lot. I also really like the gold hoarder missions, so I've done a bunch of vaults. I'm not the quickest at the vaults yet, just because it takes so long to unload the vaults as a solo player. There's so many chests and you're all by yourself. And then you get, man, if you get sunk doing that, it's pretty demoralizing. It hasn't happened to me too much with vaults. It's happened to me a lot with the world events. I haven't done a whole lot of world events. But that's kind of the thought process for tonight, is I want to get to that fort that popped and see if we can steal some loot from that fort by using our rowboat. So we're going to get some good food here. And hopefully we don't take too long. So we can get there without them noticing us. I just need to look for food. I might just abandon the rest of this so that I can get over to that fort. This is actually going to be really helpful for us. Yeah, it's still open. Let's, we're going to make a change of plans here. Normally I would finish this thing, but I got to drop all the loot off at a outpost, and we're not going to make it to an outpost. So we're going to take this with us. And this is also, this is a sin in Sea of Thieves. You don't take these on your boat. But we're going to, because I want to swim it over. Let's get out of here. Got a pineapple or two on us. We're going for that skull right there. And when we get an island or two away from it, we're going to abandon our boat. Oh, I hear cannons. So that's from the fort. So up on these forts, there's a bunch of cannons on the levels up here. So if you've got a whole bunch of players with you, you can take over that fort and kind of make it your own base until you leave it. When you leave it, it goes back up for anyone's grabs. And anyone can take it while you're in there, obviously, but it's really hard to get in those forts because you have a bunch of cannons and they can't sink your fort. They can sink your boat, but they can't sink your fort. So, all right, let's see what we got here. This skull just popped. And I don't know exactly how long this takes. All right, I see a boat. So what we need to do is park this so that they don't see us. So we're just gonna turn out here and pretend like we're not doing nothing. Let's go check our map here in a sec. Get behind this rock. And I'll explain the whole process here in just a second. Because it'll make sense here in just a bit. We got some preparations we're making right now. Map table. Alright. There is a Reaper. That's who we're going for. Which is kind of funny. And they are Reaper 5, which is scary. Scary to say the least. Alright. We'll park our boat here. And we're gonna leave our boat here and just let it chill. We're just gonna let them hang out here. The Dragon's Horde. Can I see that thing there? No? Alright, we're gonna pull our boat in a little closer. Boom. Alright, we just want to get out of vision. I don't think we're quite out of vision yet. We will move a little bit here. And let's get this thing. Oh. No, just a little closer. There we are. Okay, now we're out of sight. We're gonna leave our boat here, like I said. We're gonna take this really dangerous egg. What do we got on us? Good enough. We'll make do. And we're gonna take a sniper with us so we can snipe people long distance instead of a flank. And then we're gonna put this on a rowboat. Maybe. And how about right there? Yeah, no big deal. I would like to sit. Detach rowboat. Boom. Use oars. And we're off! Hey, real captain, what's up? Glad you made it. Welcome, welcome. You actually came at the perfect time because we're setting up our heist right now. We just found the ship we're going to go try to bomb and take all their stuff. At the very least, we want to take a really valuable chest. So, Sherigan Zero says, I don't think I've ever done it, but can you sell gunpowder barrels? I think my mates thought it was too much a risk to take it on our boat. Yes, recently they made it so that you can sell gunpowder kegs. That also includes all the really rare ones that you find on the forts, like the mega kegs and all that stuff, the ancient powder kegs. And you actually get commendations and tons of money for turning them in. There was one time I logged in, and sitting just off the dock where the boat spawns was a mega keg. And so I grabbed it and sold it. 8,000 gold. 8,000 gold for just logging on. Like, it was crazy. So somebody had forgotten that they had brought that keg with them back from something. They made it safely, and then they just left the game. And that thing was just sitting in the water. Pretty funny. The keg I have now is not a good keg. It is going to blow a couple holes in the boat that we use it on, if we use it on them. But it's a good start. All right, that skull there is where we're headed. I see boats in the distance circling around this thing, so it's going to be a mess. It's not going to be just us here. The hope here is that we can get one really valuable chest, jump on our rowboat, and swim away. And none the wiser. We're not going to engage in sea combat if we can avoid it. We're just going to set up the perfect little heist. The danger here is if I die, I go back to the boat that I left at that island. I don't go back to where I died at. So I have to be very careful with how I get this. So the real captain says the mega keg is the best battering ram there is. Yes, it is. Yeah, you put that thing on the nose of your boat, or you just swim right up next to somebody else's boat in the water. Ooh, it's funny. It does a ton of damage. Yeah, it's a good time. Well, we're going to see how far this is going to take us. I don't see the boat I was looking at before. So hopefully, you know, they're not onto us or anything like that. Oh, my boat sailed past that rock a little bit too far. That's too bad. But too late now. We're a little more visible than I wanted to be behind that rock. But that's all right. All right. Well, the setup for this couldn't have gone better. It's now on me to fail it. And knowing me, it might just fail. You're either going to get something really, really cool or something very average from me. Oh, that's good. Sherigan Zero says, I guess it's a high risk, high reward type of deal when you take a gunpowder barrel on your boat. Yes, it is. It will sink your own boat if people are privy to it, if they know where you keep them, or if you get a random cannonball that hits your boat and then it blows up your keg. And even more so, if you have multiple kegs on your boat, they all explode, they all do damage, so it can be like an instant sink if you bring them on your boat. So it's a fun little game to play. It's nice that they made them very valuable rewards, and not just small things, because it's a big risk to take them back. I see the boat I'm looking at. That's pretty nice. The real captain says, this is a gremlin moment for sure. I feel that way right now. Yeah, I don't normally do stuff like this. I want to do more. The problem is that it takes time. And I don't normally have a lot of time to dump into this game. I would if my friends played it with me. But playing solo is such it's a much harder experience to play this game solo than it is to play with others. And so when I get solo time to play, either I'm fishing in this game or doing gold hoarder quests and just smuggling gold back to outposts, or I'm playing a different game. Just to, actually recently I've been playing a game called Enter the Gungeon. Anyone know that game? That is, I think, the greatest roguelike game that exists. I bought it on the Switch years ago, and I love it. It's so much fun. I think I got it it was the first year we were married, because my wife likes to watch me play that game, because that's pretty much all I played the first year we were married, and she equates the music to that game as our, newlywed music. It's kind of fun. Woo, this is one downside to rowboats. These take forever to move. But that's okay. We'll get there eventually. Probably. Definitely. The worst thing that can happen here is like a random bullet or cannonball hits the keg that's in this rowboat and I die. Shuriken Joe says, I love Enter the Gungeon. It's such a great game. Right? I have it on Switch. That was hard, but I put the most hours in that game on the Switch. And I've beaten all of it except the Lich on the Switch. I could never get through the Lich fight. And today was the first time I ever beat the Lich on Enter the Gungeon on PC. That was a good moment. The black hole gun is just ridiculous. It pretty much... Oh, there's the ship. Look at that pink flag. Oh, we are in it now, boys. Yeah, anyway, I beat the Lich. I'm not going to talk too much here because I'm going to set up what we're doing here. But the black hole gun won me the Lich fight for the first time. Real Captain, never played it. You got to check it out. It is... It's called Enter the Gungeon. It's a game about dungeon delving, and everything in the game is gun themed. So like all your guns either are references to other video games or different movies. The enemies you fight are all gun dead, and you're trying to beat a storyline about killing the past. It's pretty great. It's a good time. Okay. I'll talk more about it in a second, but we've got a really, really important thing to do right now, and that is not be seen coming up on this boat. So you can see the big pink flag that's up behind this rock. That flag is a Reaper 5 emissary. Reapers are PvP boats. Their goal is to steal loot from other players, and they've gotten to the max rank on this server with it. So if I get found, I'm going to die. We're going to park this rowboat right here. We're going to leave the keg in it. I'm getting a little stressed right now, but don't worry. Okay, because we have to be real sneaky here. Okay. Stage 1, get on the boat without being seen. Let's see what we can do here. Sorry, I'm being quiet because I gotta listen to the game here. There's my mermaid. That's really bad. I ruined that already. We gotta go. So that mermaid that came up, that's a way for me to warp back to the ship. Every player can do that when they lose their ship or when they're away from their ship. The biggest problem is that it gives away that there's a player nearby without a ship. If your ship is nearby, that mermaid won't spawn. And so the players who are doing the fort right now don't have a mermaid, so they know that there's another player. All right, we want to use... Okay. So what we're going to do now is go around this... We're going to go get some intel. Let's go take a spot over here. We're going to use our hide emote. So we can curl up in a ball here. And this is a bad spot, but I'm trying to look in this tower to see if there's a player there. I don't see one. Gotta get up here. We're just looking for players, and when I hide, they don't see my player tag. Okay. We're looking. Here. Okay, they're harpooning. I hear it. Okay, there's the ship. The harpoon's on the front of the ship. There's the loot that they left. I don't see anyone yet. Okay. Jerrigan says, I played it on PS4 and unlocked all the first unlockable characters before the last big update. The Bulletin was super annoying to unlock. Yeah, it takes a lot of time for that one because you have to find all those caped bullets. It's one of my favorite characters, though. I love the sword he has, the blasphemy. Now that I play on PC, I still don't have the Bulletkin yet. Yeah, I don't have it yet either. I'm waiting to unlock it, though. It's a good character. I like it a lot. The name of his weapon is super funny. The blasphemy, which is a sword. Okay, I see him running. Okay, now. Oh, there's a player. We want to get on their boat now. Okay, they might have saw me there. We're gonna go this way. like this. We're gonna hope they don't see us up here. They do. They do. We're gonna talk to them. Here we go. Howdy! How was your fort?
Hey, what's up? Can you just leave us, please?
I'm sorry?
Can we just, like, chill? Like, can we good to just, you know, like, do you want to, like, alliance or something? Or...
You want to alliance, you said?
Yeah, because we just don't want to lose our loot, so...
Well, understandable. I don't want to lose my loot either. I don't have any. Yeah, I can alliance. I gotta get to my boat, though.
Yeah, we're gonna be heading to Reapers, just to let you know.
Okay, sounds good. See you there.
What?
Sounds good. See you there.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
All right, chat. We're totally not gonna alliance. Whoop. All right. Well, so far, they're too trusting of me, which is great. So we're gonna swim away, and we're gonna grab this cake. Oh, someone's doing Athena over there. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this. We're gonna swim. Am I gonna steal all the loot? Probably not. I wish. I don't have a big enough boat. But I do want one particular piece of loot, which if there's a chest of legends here or something comparable, that's what I'm going for. We also might just die. I wish I wouldn't have been seen climbing up that ladder. That would have been the best thing ever. But them's the digs. Oh, did I miss them by that much? Are they gone now? That there? Oh, missed them by that much. Well, that's just unfortunate. They literally ended right when I got here. Drat. All right, well, change of plans. Change of plans. That's so sad. I was all set up for that too. Shouldn't have been talking, I guess, huh? All right, well. We're gonna go get these guys over here. Actually, I don't need to do this though. They're gonna be just around. Is this just a fleet? I can't remember if this is a fleet or if this is a, oh, are we sinking right now? We are. Our poor boat. It looks like a fleet. I don't see another ship here. Shuriken says, I know it's a pirate game and all that, but I don't see the fun in taking loot from other players. I mean, that's the whole idea. They said they were going to Reaper's hideout. That's all the way down there. Did I meet them there? And just sink them? Should we try to sink them at Reaper's? Yeah, I normally don't sink other boats because I'm bad at it. The goal was to not steal everyone's loot or all the loot. It was to steal one piece of loot, and a valuable one would be great without being seen. That would be the fun part. I don't think we're gonna be able to do that though, unfortunately. It's very likely. There's another ship down there. What's that one? A sloopy sloop. All right, we're gonna position ourselves at this fort and see if the sloop comes by. Yeah, I was kind of hoping for a Fort of Fortune, because doing a Fort of Fortune on my own is almost impossible. Because I'm just going to get sunk when I'm solo. And so being able to take somebody else's Fort of Fortune, just the one chest, just the most valuable, the one that they did the Fort of Fortune for, that would be the most ideal. But that didn't pop yet. I do want to take on this guy, though. That would be awesome. So what we're going to do here, we'll see if we can sink this guy. I'm kind of giving myself away here, though, but we'll see how it goes. This might not be an option. We're going to try it, though. We're going to try it. If I can get to these towers, and shoot down this boat while it comes by. Or keg him on the way by. That would be wonderful. Oh, you know what? We could alliance with them and then sink the Reapers. That could be fun. There's no keg on this one, huh? I see him over there? No. And there are a lot of players around here. I think they saw the fort and everyone came. There's that boat. Oh, we gotta get on my boat. My boat's gonna sink. Oh, man, come on. Miles, you put the boat too far over the island. Why have you done this? Get on the boat quick. Okay, all right. Here we go. Can we get a good angle on this guy? We will find out. So far, not so good. He's going right into the fleet. We might be able to pick this guy off. Yeah, he's positioning sails to do some naval. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Nothing yet. Need a better angle. Oh, we're turning too much here. Let's go around again. Oh, my mast. Well, I'm a better shot than they are, apparently, but they've got 2 players. My mast, don't break. Ah! They got me. And here's the problem with playing solo, my friends, because I've got 2 players against me here. Jericho says, I love to hear the hit marker sound when you hit player ships. Me too. I actually watched the documentary about it and how they do it. It was really interesting because they made that sound on purpose so that it didn't force you into fights. If there were boats nearby, they didn't want you to feel like you had to go fight them and have the music pick up. So they made the music be very, like, when the player makes an action, change the music towards what they're doing. It's really, really, really cool. I love the idea so much. So that those hit markers are there to tell you hit the boat, and it's to tell you, oh, you're engaging in sea fights. Well, let's get the music all queued up for you. Jericho says, oh god, I remember the sling ammunition type that beats up or tethers to your sails. I hated when that hit my boat. Yeah, dude, they're meant to take your mast down so that you can't move anymore. And I'm not a good shot with them, but I'm trying. If they were more common, they're not the most common supply out there. But if they were more common... Oh, I just lowered my mast. Now I'm getting beat up by this burning flaming heart ships. Looks like that other ship retreated, though. I don't have any wood left. Oh, we gotta get out of here. All All right. So the sloop is the tankiest boat on the seas. It can take a beating. But we are gonna run out of this burning, or the flaming. Oh, it's over there. Dude, I want to take them on so bad. Let's go get them. I don't mind taking on the player ship. I just don't want to take on this whole fleet by myself. I'll let the fleet do all the work for me. So I was saying that this boat is really tanky. It means that I can leave a couple holes in here, and it's no big deal because it's going to take a while for it to sink, which is great. Really good solo player experience for that. All right, ship, where are you going? You're going to crash into that rock, my dude. Let's get turned in to the broadside. Oh, that's a big one. All right, we gotta put this fire out. Oh, I missed the stairs. Oh, I missed the stairs twice. Put myself out, need some food. Okay, okay. Here I wasn't gonna do this fleet, and I'm doing this fleet. Oh, they got the angle on me this time. Oh, that was such a good move too. I harpooned him onto my boat, but I forgot to pull my sword out. Oh, that was awesome. That was awesome. Shuriken says, all right, it was even more annoying than I remembered. It straight up broke your sail. Yeah, it takes the whole mast down. I was able to catch the mast before it fell completely flat, and you have to get it pulled up and then repair it before you can get moving again. All right, is this guy on my boat? So far, no. Oh, I hear him. All right. Gotta make sure this guy doesn't kill me here. All right. Looks like we're doing okay. Where did that boat go? There he goes. All right. Oh, another fire. Another hole. Man, I would have had that guy on the what's it called? On the harpoon. That would have been so sick. Are we anchored right now? That's the problem. That guy anchored me and then just left. What a turd. Oh, my mast is down. Boat is sinking. There's that ship. A lot of cannonballs. Oh, I'm caught on something. My storage. Oh my goodness, I'm lagging. Alright. We need to get out of here. So bad. Please stop setting my ship on fire. Oh, you don't have any idea how badly I want this to be up right now. There we go. Hello, ship. I gotta get the sails up. Sorry, I'm overwhelming myself with the chores. Hello. He's still on my boat. I thought he jumped off my boat. Unreal. Unreal. Oh, man. What I wouldn't give for a keg right now. Alright, we gotta take this blunderbuss because he's on my boat. See if we can shoot him off. Black screened. No sound. Maybe we're still floating. Doesn't feel like we're floating. He might have hit on the sides of your boat. Oh, on the ladder, I bet. Good, yeah, good catch. Yeah, I had to get the sails up to get out of that fight. Maybe I shouldn't have harpooned him onto my boat. I did it twice, so that's pretty sweet. It's an easy shot when you've got him behind the cannon there. But not having my sails up makes it really tough to move around. Oh, I think we stunk. Black screen forever. This is the nightmare of solo players, by the way. Okay, he got us. Bummer. Well, things didn't go according to plan there. We got real lucky at the start. But we didn't have the best timing. Because the goal was to get to that fort, and then we picked a fight with apparently the wrong dude. So we will try again. I think this time we're gonna go for one of the Spaniard forts, and we'll stock up on some food. I'm gonna make a quick jog around this island quick, see if there's any supplies I can pick up. There's a rowboat. We're still in. Great idea. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Good first try. So that's the other part of this game too. Sherigan, I know you've played, so you understand how it goes, because like it can get really annoying to have to start over after you put all that effort into getting things set up. But when you have a loose grasp on everything that you own or the plan that you have, it makes the game so much better. Because now what I can do, that's a practice run, right? Like I don't do that all the time. And so a practice run solo, I'm playing the game on hard mode anyways as a solo player. And so now we got one practice under our belt, and it almost went okay. We hit some really good cannon shots. Got overwhelmed by the chores a little bit. There was just too much for me to do on my own. Look, I donated treasure, it says in the top left. I wonder how that happened. But yeah, we got one under our belt, and that's fine. Move on to the next one, try again. One thing I could do is just go charge right back into battle, but without supplies, I'm at a big disadvantage, so we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to go find some supplies, get ourselves in an advantageous position, and then we'll go from there. Those harpoon shots were sweet, though, man. I've not done that because I normally don't get close enough to boats to harpoon them, but it was sweet to get that close and pull him right off his boat onto mine. Alrighty. Well, where to next? Where are we first? Let's see that. We're in the Ancient Isles. We were over by Ancient Spires, which is down here. Nope, down there. We were near there. If we go up here, we're going to run into that ship that we were just at. We don't have any supplies. Maybe we'll go down here and do this old Brimstone Fortress. Oh, no, that's not one of the... Is that one of the... Oh, it is. Yeah. We're going to do one of those. We'll go southwest. And then on the way, we'll stop by these islands to see if we can pick up anything fun. Then we'll stock back up. Here we go. Round 2. Maybe if we're real good... We don't have any supplies right now, so it'll be tougher. We could take on that skeleton galleon ship. That'd be awesome. Southwest, this way. Avoid some rocks. One thing I have gotten good at playing solo is steering ships. I'm a pretty decent helmsman when it comes to just navigating the seas. The naval fights are the hard part, to get right angles and all that stuff. I will learn that as I go. So I'll also leave it open to you guys too, Sherigan and chat. What do you want to see tonight? My goal was to do some thieving, but if you guys want to see, you know, some questing or fishing, or you know, tucking or things like that, let me know, because I'm happy to adjust plans. My preference, like I said, solo is to do the questing, but I like trying things new out as well. Jericho says, I don't think it would be. I don't think that I would get the game to install in time to play. Maybe next time if there's a Sea of Thieves stream. Oh yeah, you want to play sometime? Yeah, jump in. Especially when Andrew's here, we can do community streams. Because I would love to get a group of us on here. There's a guy in Discord on our channel named Chef Scott. He's one of the somebodies, one of the subscribers of our channel. He's a big Sea of Thieves fan. I was hoping to bump into him tonight too. He's the one that convinced me to play this tonight. But yeah, we could do a community and get like a big old galleon boat and do stuff together. That'd be super fun. I would love that. That would be great. Even if we got on and just fished for an hour, I'd be happy. I love fishing in this game. It's a good time. It's really chill and easy going. And when you do it with multiple players, you get a lot more achievements. Is this a treasury or... No, it's a shrine. Okay. I think we're going to skip this thing. I'm not really good at the puzzles here. We'll move on to something a little quicker. I do like those mermaids, though. Real Captain says, I'm totally down to plunder. Well, geez Louise. I'll talk to Andrew, see if we're going to do a community stream of Sea of Thieves. Maybe we do, like, some Risk of Rain ones and some Sea of Thieves ones. Ooh, there's a thing here. We're going to stop this boat. I found some treasure in the water. Look at all this treasure here. Who left their treasure out here? For me. What a nice person they are. What a nice person leaving this treasure. It'd be funny if it was all my treasure from before. The Real Captain says, I mean, it's in the name. It's true, you are a captain. I know Real Captain plays too, right? I'm pretty sure you've been playing Sea of Thieves for a while now, Cap, right? Kerrigan says, I think your name already says it all. Yeah, exactly. The Real Captain has it under control. All right, let's grab all this treasure. We can go turn this in and make some money tonight. That's a pretty good pile of loot. Gosh, it'd be funny if it was my loot. So far, I'm not convinced, but... Oh, this harpoon. They really need to put a crosshair on this harpoon. This thing is so hard to hit. Looks like somebody else just sunk a Skelly ship out here. Real Captain says, yeah, for a while now. How long you been playing, Cap? And what do you like to do? Do you have a group you play with? Or you play on your own? There's our storage crate, too. Maybe this was what our... Oh, no, we don't have the 1,000 grogs chest on here. If I pull that up, then I'll be... Storage crate, that's nice. Yeah, most of this stuff looks pretty familiar, though. Here. Oh, we got 2 storage crates now. Nice. I don't need that. Char? I don't know what char is. Please teach me. Let's see. We want to go southwest. I said that already. This way. I've got a crew. It's been a while, though. Gotcha. It's nice to have a crew. I tried... I got this game last year, January 2022. And I played a lot, and I tried to convince the nobodies to get it. Because I think this is one of those games where if you have a crew of people that you enjoy sailing with or just playing games with, and the funny things that can happen in games and stuff like that. Oh, man. Oh, got it. Oh, Sherigan says, I think he means me, Sherigan 0. Yeah, my bad. I missed that. That makes sense. Sorry about that. One thing I would love... so my brother Tanner, he's a nobody, obviously, and my friend James, they just bought the game in December, and we played 1 round. I taught them how to play. And as you guys know, the first few hours of Sea of Thieves is the driest hours of Sea of Thieves because you don't know what you're doing. There's a lot to do. They don't really explain everything. They just get you the basics. And that's kind of the fun of the game. You got to learn it as you go. So the first time we played, I just sat and chatted with them and taught them everything for like 2 hours straight. Just talking blah, 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 blah. Because I'm a talker sometimes. I felt so bad because, you know, they just wanted to go do stuff, and I was trying to help them do stuff. They didn't know how to do it, but they were laughing, having a good time. But they haven't played since, and I'm so sad because I want to play with them. I'm trying to get them to play again and make them the promise that I'll stop being teacher Miles and we'll just play and we'll have fun and see what happens. Because me, James, Tanner, and Andrew all on one boat. Man, gosh, it's gonna be hilarious when that happens. Real Captain says galleons are the best. I bet, dude. I've played like on almost no galleons. Like literally, I've played with a 4-player crew maybe twice. I used to go on the Sea of Thieves Discord, and I would jump on like random crews there and do some missions, and that was fun and all. But there were some people in the Discord that were unfortunately not great to play with. They just really took the game super seriously and would get very upset when things went wrong, and understandably so. When things go wrong, it's not a fun time. Not the gun I want. But if you can shake it off, you know, it's way more enjoyable and a good use of your time to enjoy it. So I stopped doing the Discord, Sea of Thieves Discord, because I just didn't want to get too invested with people who made the game not as fun. So I played solo pretty much the whole time after that, and it is way harder to play solo. It's so tough. There are no ghosts coming after me right now, which makes me scared that there might be people on this thing. But all the loot and everything is here. Also, there's supposed to be a hatch over here. Oh, there they are. Okay, all right. Now we're in business. Take that. I see your comment, Cap. Just give me 1 sec here. I gotta check my surroundings, make sure I don't die. I can look at chat. Cap says, what? Gotta hit the community stream up so we can show them the fun. I know, right? I mean, the plan, here's the behind the curtain for the nobodies, because here's how things were going, and then things changed a bit. In December, there was a big sale on Sea of Thieves, like 50% off. Really, really good deal. And so I got on the Discord with my friends that, not the channel Discord. We've had a Discord since we were in high school. Back when it was Curse. You were around for that, but and I got on there and I was like, guys, you gotta get this game. It is super fun. We can play together. I'll teach you how, you know, really sell it, make it worthwhile. And you know, for some of them, I'd be like, I don't really have any money, but if you're just worried about the $20 to get the game, I'll buy you the game if you'll play with me, kind of thing. And so I got Jim Jam and the Tannen to buy it. And the Tannen wanted to play. He didn't get a chance to play right away. He's just a really busy dude. And so he was talking to me during the time between when he bought it and when we played the first time, saying, I haven't played yet, but this just looks like the kind of game where the nobodies would have a ball, because there's just so much to do. And it's like, it's all these funny interactions between each other as well as other players on the Sea of Thieves, right? Because you can hot mic and all that stuff, which is what we were doing with those guys at the fort. Like just making interactions, stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, like that's what this game's all about. It's so fun to do that stuff. And we're the kind of people that really enjoy doing that. We're not super like gold grinders and have to have all the amazing stuff or whatever. And the Tannen he's pretty competitive. He really likes to grow his skills and stuff. And so the naval combat and all that would be right up his alley. And so we were really planning hard, like maybe because we were doing Deep Rock back then, but maybe we transition off Deep Rock and get into Sea of Thieves and have our channel do a lot of Sea of Thieves content. Not that we wouldn't ever play Deep Rock or other multiplayer games, but maybe we scope in on this one game a whole bunch, and then and get some other multiplayer games that we like in there as well. And we almost did. We almost did. In the first stream, we had a stream night scheduled where we were going to play Sea of Thieves. And I was hosting the stream. Tanner and James were there, the Tannen and Jim Jam. And my sound on OBS wasn't working. I couldn't get the audio for my mic to come through OBS. And I fixed it now. I know what the issue is, obviously, because you can hear me now. But we couldn't get it that night, and so I had to cancel the stream. I got a cough, 1 second. Excuse me. Been talking too much. We had to cancel stream that night because no one could hear the mic. And so I, you know, I felt bad because we didn't get to play again after that. And after that, it was Christmas and all the New Year's celebrations and all that stuff. So we just didn't see each other much or do much with each other over the holidays. And so then January hits, and we decided that Risk of Rain 2 was a game that most of the nobodies had and enjoyed because we played it a few years ago all together a bunch. And so we went that route instead. And I'm glad we did. I'm not disappointed in any way. But this channel was almost going to be a really strong Sea of Thieves channel. And there's still rumblings. There's still rumblings about should we do some Sea of Thieves and give it a shot. And that's part of what the stream is tonight. No one was around for the nobodies, and so I said, well, I'm going to play Sea of Thieves because it's fun. And if we get some people from the channel that swing by, like the captain and Sherry, it's going to be even better because I'm not going to sit here by myself, you know. So yeah, anyways, that's a fun little behind-the-scenes story about the channel. And I don't think Sea of Thieves is out of the question by any means. I think it would be... Honestly, if people got into Discord or on the comments of these videos and said, we want to see more Sea of Thieves stuff, you know, or this video gets like a bajillion views and goes crazy, we would switch over because it's a game that we like, or it has the rumblings of what we like. It's one I like and Andrew loves. And if it has the content that other people enjoy as well, that makes us more excited to jump in. So, anyways, there you go. Hey, I found it. I didn't think it was going to be in there, but we got it. So this is a secret key in these fortresses. They unlock an extra room of treasure there. So we'll get that after we kill these ghosts. Hello. Oh, out of ammo. Here we go. Let's sword this guy. So that key I just found can be a little bit annoying to find, but it's worth grabbing. It's got some good ghost loot. And there's a hatch here. You can drop everything down. Just to the damned here. Let's throw it down this hole. One here that we can throw down the hole. And then I always check these things while I've got time because you find things like this, which are super valuable. That's like, what, 5,000 gold or something like that just for that one item. These are worthless. I don't even touch those anymore. I never get enough fireworks to make those worth it. All right, well, there's no ghosts up here, so let's jump down the hole. There they are. Hi there. Oh, you live. There we go. And let's find down here. There's another hatch we can open up right here. Baby. Cap says, I remember that. Yeah, the stream. That stream. We were so pumped, dude. We were so pumped. I put a short out today because we were doing Sea of Thieves. I wanted to put some Sea of Thieves content up today to see if people liked it or whatever. And the short I put up was footage from that night because we got to record still. The sound worked on OBS. It just didn't work on the stream. And the fix was really easy. Once I got into the settings, I realized what happened. So I was so sad that didn't work out that night. But, you know, the short I put up, you guys should check that out. Because Tanner wanted to be the driver. He wanted to... Oh, my goodness gracious. My bad. Sorry about that. Tanner wanted to be the driver of the ship. He wanted to be the captain. It's so... You know, I let him do it, obviously, because it's fun of the game. Go pilot the ship. And I think we hit every rock on the first quest that's possible. It's like it runs you 2 islands away from the outpost for your first quest, and I think we hit everything. I mean, it was just hilarious. And so I grabbed the funniest ones where Tanner's talking about, no, nothing happened, and blah, blah, blah. And oh, you got to check out the short. It's so funny. And then Jay, I mean, if you've been around here much, Jim Jam has like the funniest one-liners ever. He's a hoot. And there's a clip of him where we're showing maps off to each other, and he has the funniest line in there. You'll have to check it out. It's 1 minute long, the short that we made, and it is, oh gosh, it's funny. If we could have been on stream that night, though, everyone could have seen that live because it was hilarious, super good. Oh, where's this cat? I missed. There we are. So this guy is gonna drop us a key, another key, for a vault room that's down here. There it is. So there's the fortress room key, which opens this door. There we are. And then there's a whole bunch of loot in here that we'll get, which is pretty sweet. Shuriken Zero says, this might take a while for you to explain, but when did you and your friends think of starting a YouTube channel? Might not fit the stream right now, though, so you don't have to. Oh, of course. I'd love to talk about it. I love talking about YouTube. Shuriken says, make a video out of it that hasn't been done yet. I'm actually in the works on that a little bit. I want to do a video about who, like, me and my friends are, the nobodies. Because we've been friends since middle school, all the nobodies in us. We used to go to a youth group at a church together back when in middle school. And half of us were homeschooled, which is kind of the funny part. Like, we didn't have friends prior to that youth group, and now those are the friends we met, and we hang out every single week with each other. It's been, I mean, almost 20 years we play video games together, either in person or over the internet. It's been great. So the story of the YouTube channel, let me give you the rundown. So the YouTube channel officially started in August this last summer. So it's been almost 9 months, or just around 9 months now. And the reason why it started is because I moved from Wisconsin back to Minnesota, where all my friends live, where most of my friends live. And I was in between jobs. The job I had ended, and I was going to do some substitute teaching in the fall, but I got back in June, so there wasn't any jobs in the fall. And my wife and I had kind of taken a extended vacation from work before we started substitute teaching. We had money saved up to take off the summer. And so we were sitting there, I don't know, mid-June, and I was like talking with all the guys one night. We're all just gaming together, and we got talking about how we've been playing video games forever, and it's been a blast and super fun. Why did we never record it? Right? Like, we could have been on YouTube 10 years ago when all the Let's Plays and all that were going through, because we were doing all the things everyone on YouTube was doing. We played all the big games, just like Overwatch. When that launched, we played hundreds and hundreds of hours individually, but with each other. So between us, we must have a couple thousand hours, and other games in there too. Grant and I, we played a lot of Phantasy Star Online and stuff like that. Anyways, so this summer we finally sat down and said, why didn't we record this 10 years ago? We should have started a channel forever ago. And at the time, I was starting my own YouTube channel because I was in between jobs. I said, why not? Let's give it a shot. And so I said, well, guys, starting YouTube's not that hard. Like, you just hit record, and then, you got to learn how to edit and all that stuff, and it's got to be interesting. So there's a learning curve on, are we interesting enough people on our own that we could just hit record and put it up? No. But if we make some games out of it and challenges, and the idea of the YouTube channel is, we really like to have fun. We're not super competitive people. I mean, Tanner, he's the most competitive person amongst us. And he's so easygoing. Like, it's just, you got a couple hours a week to play games. You may as well have the best of it. And so we just enjoy that, And so, so in August, me and Tanner and Andrew and the rest of us, but me, Tanner, and Andrew specifically, said we're gonna make a run for it. We're gonna make YouTube work. Like, it's a fun hobby to put some videos up. So we'll do that. We'll do some live streams, do some basic videos of games that we're playing now. But we want to learn how to edit. We want to put a video up or two a week, and we want to see what could happen. And I was in between work, so I said, you know what? I'm going to try to make a job out of it. Like, why not? It's my dream, and it really has. It's been multiple years where I would, I used to work at pizzeria forever, and I would go to the pizzeria and work myself to death, come home, play video games with my friends all night, and I'd be like, man, if I was on YouTube, I could do this all the time. I would love that. I got a cough, 1 second. Pardon me. Water break. My throat's getting dry. So yeah, so I'd come home from this pizzeria and I'd say, why am I not doing YouTube? I should just do it. But I never had enough saved up to take time off. And my computer was never powerful enough to record video and play games, and I'd rather play games than record video. So that's what I did. Life progressed, though. My job got a lot better. I made some more money, and put money into upgrading my computer, so I was able to do more upgrades, so I could do recording of video and stuff like that. Anyways, that brings us to here. So, I said this summer, I want to make a career out of this. I want to try. Right, and right now, my wife and I are already taking summer off because that was the deal when we left the job I was at. And when fall hits, I'm going to pick up substitute teaching because it's a gig job. I can work whatever days I want as long as there's jobs available. It pays pretty good. And I used to work with kids before, so this will be a shoe-in for me because I just have a lot of work with students. And so that's what we're doing. And I have a video up every week on the channel. It's not just been me. Andrew's editing video as well. And Tanner's getting some video editing too. Where we have a video up a week. We did some live streaming, which is what you're watching now. But it started with we wanted to have live interactions between ourselves and other players. We wanted other people to see what gaming with us is really like, not just the funny edits. And so we got the games that we really liked put together. So we started with Deep Rock was a new game for us, the multiplayer game. We really liked Deep Rock is a fantastic game. We have no problem with Deep Rock. I don't know all the reasons why we stopped, but the one main reason why we stopped Deep Rock was because we all really like Risk of Rain 2, and most of us owned it. And so we said, well, Risk of Rain Returns is coming out later this year. Let's get a whole bunch of Risk of Rain 2 in together, and then let's all play Risk of Rain Returns together because we loved the first game, and we loved the second one, so we're all going to get the third one. That's just how it's going to go. So all the nobodies are just pumped for Risk of Rain Returns. So our channel's kind of turned into a Risk of Rain 2 channel currently. But the whole idea of the channel wasn't to be a Deep Rock channel or a Risk of Rain 2 channel. It's to be a multiplayer channel. We love multiplayer games because we like to play games with each other. We're working on a little tagline. I really like this one a lot. I think we're going to go with we do our channel because multiplayer or video games are better with friends. That's what I want our little tagline to be. Because I just think it is. I think video games, they're fun. There are games that are better solo. They're designed to be solo. Enter the Gungeon is one of those games that multiplayer is pretty garbage on that game. But a lot of games, they're just meant to be played with friends and to have epic moments and funny things. And really, the best moments of my life, my whole life, really, were around video games and with my friends. I told you that all these nobodies of us, we've known each other since middle school. We played Super Smash Bros. Melee all day, every day. We played Phantasy Star Online for the GameCube. We played Advance Wars and Fire Emblem. We all bought the game and then played solo, but we would share with each other what we were doing and do like link battles and all that stuff. As we got older and were able to get our own systems and PCs, Phantasy Star came up again. Overwatch was a big game for us. Borderlands, oh man, Borderlands 2. We had like so many playthroughs of that game because we'd start a new character every time a new nobody would come in. They had just bought the game. It's like, okay, we're starting over. Start a new character. I think I've seen the opening 5 hours of Borderlands 2 30 times because my buddies and I played that a ton and would start new characters, or we'd want to keep up with them, the new guys, and not get. We didn't want to tear off beyond where the new guys were at, so we would just start over to play with them. Yeah, Sherigan says, I've only played Risk of Rain 2 so far, but I think I will get Risk of Rain Returns too. Yeah, Risk of Rain 2 is really good. There's no reason to get Risk of Rain 1 unless you have an extra $2 and you want to try it out, because Risk of Rain Returns is going to be a remake of 1, but better. And I fully believe that. I've seen a lot of the video that they're putting out, and what are they called? The teasers of things that they're doing. It looks incredible. It looks so good. And we're all pumped for it. It's going to be good. Yep. Cap said, that's why I love TF2. Team Fortress 2, right? Yeah, Team Fortress 2 is like the showrunner for Overwatch and games like that. Oh, our friend group played League of Legends a ton. And we actually all stopped because it was starting to get too competitive for us. But we still play ARAM a lot, all random, all mid, that funny chill mode. We almost play that every other night. There's a whole bunch of us that play together on there, and that's just for funny, giggles and all that stuff. But yeah, TF2 and Overwatch, those were games that were all really good multiplayer and best with your friends games. I had more fun with my friends on that than playing solo or playing with random people. It's just when you've got an understanding with your friends of, you know, how people feel, but as well as like their humor, goofy things you can try. We used to run these stupid team comps on Overwatch where we'd pick like 6 Winstons, go flying over the enemy team and shock people to death, and you know, just dumb, silly, stupid things. Actually, our idea from YouTube started with Overwatch because Grant and Tanner, their rigs were powerful enough that they could record videos, so they recorded some of our like funny clips from Overwatch and made a couple videos. I should dig those up sometime. Gosh, they were funny because they would put just the funniest moments of our, like the things that we talked about or the funny moments we did. And then Grant specifically would put all like the epic plays he made. He was a Roadhog main. He only played Roadhog. And when Roadhog got nerfed into the ground in that game, he stopped. He's never played it since. But he's got so many clips of him like hooking Pharahs out of the air and like tricking Genjis to use their block or whatever for the hook so that he could hook them afterwards and kill them. It's super good. By the way, watch this harpoon. This is the best thing ever. I can just mass click this. I don't have to take it off the harpoon. I see your chats there too. I'm gonna get it. Give me 1 sec. Click this harpoon. Get all this loot. Remember, we had the loot from the fortress and from the Skelly ship that we found in the water. The random one that we've... And look, it's right there at my feet. I hit this lever. It goes down. Oh. And then this is the thing they added in Season 8, I think. It's the Sovereigns. So you just sell everything to this person, and you get all the money for it. Isn't that incredible? It's so good. Cap. My gang had a 6-Bastion monster team. We called it Transformer Squad. That's awesome, Cap. That's so good. I love that. Yeah, the 6 Winston comp was the one that we did a lot of. We also did the, who was the dwarf that made all the turrets? We'd play 6 of him too and just be really annoying and have turrets everywhere. Oh man, I can't remember his name. You guys will have to help me out. Yeah, and we played a lot of like, you know, competitive, if you can call it that. We didn't do ranked together because we just didn't want to. We didn't want to have to deal with ranked stuff because it's just more stressful. But we would play competitively in terms of picking the right characters and swapping characters and all that stuff. But it was always laughter. It was always fun. Just loved it, and we'd be yelling at each other at. I remember my neighbors. I lived in an apartment. They'd be like stomping on the ceiling to get me to be quiet because I'd just be laughing so hard and yelling throughout the night. I was probably a really annoying neighbor, but it was fun. Torbjorn, yes, that's the name here again. Torbjorn. Yeah, we would play 6 Torbjorns and just set up turrets everywhere. just be super annoying. It was great. Well, hey, that worked out pretty good. Let's go do a quest. I enjoy digging up gold, and I can talk while I'm digging up gold, not fighting. So, let's do that. Yeah, I think there's nothing better than having a gang of people to play video games with. I think that's just for those who've never played video games or don't play much games. They really missed out on that opportunity to play with other people. Do we want to do a vault? Oh man, this is scary though. Let's do it. I gotta get some water, guys. My throat's getting dry. Excuse me. I think, like I was saying, I think that people who haven't really done video games with others, especially with a good group of others who, you know, who are there to have a really fun time and encourage each other and have lots of laughs, not just to be the best at something or to, you know, to grind out that rank status or whatever. And I don't have any problem with ranked. Don't get me wrong. I think ranked is a great mode to play, and when you're in the mood for really competitive stuff, I'm so glad ranked things exist. The best times I've had are when my friends and I play just regular for fun games where the stress is off, and that's just what I enjoy. So don't hear me bashing ranked modes or anything like that. It's just a whole different feel. I never really was the super competitive bash face kind of person. Like, I like winning and all that, but I don't really enjoy doing. Oh, I've never done that. Cool. Doing the competitive side of things. I'm just not that good. Oh, I see your question here. Sherigan says, "Have you played Overwatch 2?" Yes. we played quite a bit right on launch. We actually, if you look through the history of our channel back in the like late summer, like right when it launched, essentially the first 2 weeks, we set our channel up to be an Overwatch 2 channel because Overwatch 1, we had a couple thousand hours with all of us on there, and this was a free update. We already had it, and so we were all gonna go play Overwatch 2 because it was gonna be new and different and awesome and everything. And we played a lot, and the videos I have up for it were super fun. I mean, we had a ball. We had so much fun. The problem was that the game kind of flopped on its own, and that was the sad part. It got to a point where it wasn't really a second game. It was just an updated first game, and we like to play it for the fun and the collectibles, the cosmetics. Right? We liked all the skins and all that stuff, and they just cut that off at the knees. And so we weren't able to do what we liked, grinding out the skins and stuff like that, or the emotes and making funny moments with the emotes and skins and all that. And yeah, Sherigan says RIP loot boxes, you will be missed. I never thought I would say that, but what they've done with it now is so much worse than loot boxes that I actually miss loot boxes. And so that's why we stopped. It's the reason why we played was for fun and to grow our account progress. And we weren't able to do account progress anymore. And so we just stopped playing. Jurgen says, same, ranked can get really sweaty and annoying at times. Yeah, I agree. And it has its place. Like, don't hear me wrong. Like I said, I think it's there for a good reason. I think if you have the aspirations for it, Tanner, my brother, he'd actually do really good ranked League of Legends. He's a very skilled player. And if he had stuck with it like really hard, he'd probably be doing like pro level play or something, because he's just a competitive person. He likes doing that kind of stuff. I'm not that kind of person. I don't find enjoyment in that. And that's just two different people. It's not one is better than the other or anything like that. It's just different. And it's okay to be different. Jurgen says, true, everyone misses loot boxes. Isn't that crazy? I remember when they dropped with loot boxes. I was watching streams of people who were spending like $100 in the first night to get all the skins. And then you look at it years later, it's like, well, you could have got all that for free. You know? Where nowadays you can't get it for free even. It's truly the most grindy way to play Overwatch now, which is too bad. Like, yeah. Anyways, Overwatch 2 is a great game if you like Overwatch, if you like just the characters and the first-person shooter co-opness of it. I like more slower-paced games because I'm not that good at faster-paced games. And that's just how I was built. I wish I was better at faster-paced games. Believe me, I wish I was better at them. I have the time to put into learning and growing and being better, but I don't think I have the reaction speed that I need in order to do like headshots and all that stuff. But if my friends got on tonight and said, hey, Miles, we're going to play some Overwatch 2, I'd say, yeah, I'm in. Like, I'm happy to lose with you guys. Because they'll lose because of me. You know, I'm like not that good. But they like playing with me. They keep me around anyway. If you haven't seen these quests before, we're looking for where this thing starts spinning. We're going to follow this compass right around here. There it is. We whip out our shovel, dig here, and boom, there's the first part of our quest. Yeah. Oh, there's a barrel. Oh my gosh! Mid-swing, I saw it. That was one of those moments where life just slowed way down, and I saw my life flash before my eyes. I'm like, oh, there's a barrel there, but I can't take back this sword swipe. Oh, that's so good. Jerrigan says, there were loads of clips of Overwatch streamer reactions to all their loot boxes getting open. Way too funny. Yeah, there were people who made it their thing that they didn't open loot boxes ever. Right? They just held on to like thousands of loot boxes over the years, which I think is super impressive because I don't have that. I don't have that self-control. Like, I want to know what's in there. What's in the box, right? That that meme. That is me for sure. So I could never do that. But Overwatch 2, they forced all the boxes open. Like the Overwatch teams made it so that the boxes had to be open. It's pretty good. Oh, there we go. Sweet. I gotta go back over to the island because my paper's over there. So there's kind of the long story of what the channel's about, and there's more to it. In simpler terms, like the really easy part is my friends and I like to play games together. That's a really important thing for us, and we'll never stop doing that. Even if we didn't have a channel, we'd be playing games together. We've already done it for 10 years, right? So we don't have anything to show there in terms of, is it just because you want to be on YouTube? No, right? We're there because we like to play games with each other. Video gaming and recording video is really easy to do, and it's something that we love, and there's nothing better than watching people who love what they do on YouTube. You know, I think you understand what I'm saying. Like, the people who are forcing it, they hate it, are so dry and boring. They're just doing it because it's a grind or whatever. We literally love it. It's not a chore for us to play video games. And even tonight is a good indicator of that. Like, this was their job, and they had to be here. They would have been here, and they probably would have not enjoyed playing this game with me tonight. Is there another one on this island? Oh, we might be lucky here. People took the night off because they got, well, off in terms of they had other stuff going on, right? But if they weren't doing anything, they'd be here playing because they like to play. And we'd be playing whatever they want to play as a group, not just what I want to play. Risk of Rain 2 we're playing because we legitimately love the game. It's not because we think it's going to have the best views, or it's going to have the biggest audience, or that we know the most about it, because God knows we don't know the most about it. We do our best. But go check out Wooly. If you want to see a streamer who really knows Risk of Rain 2, Wooly is, like, incredible. Oh, there's a Fort of the Damned. Oh. Okay. Gosh, I want to go do that so bad, but we're not gonna. Just for you guys. Be long and dry if we do that. Am I gonna get a third piece over here? This can't be. Yeah, so the YouTube channel exists because it was just a way for us to record what we were already doing, and we all love it. So why not? You know, like, why not give it a shot and see if YouTube is a place where we can do something that we love to do, and other people might like it too. Right? The other side of it too. This is the part that I think a lot of people who watch our channel don't know yet, but it's what we're trying to build. We're not big enough to make it happen yet, but we want it to happen. Is, like I said, we think that gaming with friends is more fun. You know, doing video games with friends is the way to play. And so we want to create a community of hold on, I can't read this and talk. Let me talk first. We want to create a community of people who like to game together. Whether you game with us specifically, or there's other people that you meet through the channel, through the Discord, or through talking on streams and stuff like that, where people will get together and play together because you're like-minded. Really, that's a big chunk of why we want to do YouTube, is because I want to play with people like us, like my friends. When they're not around, you guys can be my friends. Let's play games together, you know? And if you're in this chat, you're watching this video, or you're in chat now, and you're like, man, I don't have a group of people to play with. Come play with us. Right? We do community streams every other Monday. Maybe it might turn into more than that. We're still working on if we have time to host that many. But we set up the Discord to create spaces for players who are a part of our community to play with each other and to play with us. And so let us know, right, what you want to play and when. Whether it's a community stream or just in the meantime, right? In the off chance that you're free and we're free, let's play a game together. We really want to do that. West Island. So that's the other chunk of why we created the channel, is because we really enjoy video games, and we want to meet people who are like-minded about video games, who enjoy doing something together with others, having funny moments, and epic moments, right? And just enjoying the time that you get to spend doing games versus the grind or the ranking and all that stuff. It's not that we wouldn't ever do ranked stuff, but it is very unlikely that our group will get on and do a, climb to whatever rank in whatever game, because we don't have the time. We don't have the time to put in that grind. So, Carrigan says, yeah, I also enjoy watching Wooly's Risk of Rain 2 videos. Yeah, he was the original, like, the GOAT, like we secluded beach island. Is that one? Yeah, we watched a lot of Wooly back a couple years ago, and still really enjoy him. His guides were like really awesome to watch. He's a cool dude too. He knows his stuff and he's fun to watch. East Island, I gotta go all the way back. Yeah, we were considering over the summer, because a lot of the videos that we've seen on YouTube that we watch, because that's how we use YouTube, are guide videos. I didn't really do a whole lot of stuff on YouTube with YouTubers who were just like entertainment focused or stuff like that. And so it just didn't seem like it was possible to do that. But then I stumbled upon this YouTuber named Spazzy, and if you know Spazzy, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you should check him out. He played League of Legends for like 10 years. He was a big streamer of League of Legends, did videos with his friends. Yeah, his friends, he calls them the CG nerds. That was their name, the CG nerds, and they made these videos called Epic Moments in League, and it was just compilations of all the really awesome things that they did in League. But it turned into like all the funny things they did, more than the really like awesome, amazing, no one's ever done that before moments. And he did a little bit of ranked stuff here and there because he just played the game a lot, so he had some skill in the game. But his channel was all about him and being goofy and his buddies and their goofy things that they did. He eventually dropped the game, League of Legends, and decided to do like variety streaming, so he plays pretty much everything now. He's been playing a lot of Team Fortress 2 currently. But they do like prop hunt and stuff like that, and it's just a ball. And that guy, when I stumbled upon him, I was like, oh, this is what I want to do on YouTube. This is what YouTube can be, right? A group of people doing funny things together, putting all the moments on YouTube to get a laugh with, and now there's a community of people around it who enjoy to watch and be a part of it, right? To join in and make the laughs even more. Oh. If you haven't seen Spazzy, SP4ZIE, how you spell his name on YouTube, and he is a hoot. He's a Swede. He's very funny Swede. I really enjoy him a lot, and I wouldn't say he's my inspiration for how we make videos or anything like that. Although I would love to do that. It's more of he inspired me to see that YouTube isn't just how-to videos. And so we're trying to not do as many guides because we're not that good at these games to make guides. Sherigan says, I've definitely had some funny and epic moments with my friends over video games. Yeah, the craziest things can happen, right? It's creating an environment. The video game it's creating an environment for you to do things that are out of the norm, right? When else could you go ride on a boat and dig up treasure? Like, seriously. It's never, right? But in a video game, and one that does it right, you know, this game is beautiful and it's very immersive. It's easy to do stuff in this game and feel like you're actually doing piratey stuff. Especially when you think about, you know, like looting stuff off of other people's ships and sinking boats. Right now, I'm literally finding treasure on an island that doesn't have X's on it. I'd have to follow clues. You don't get to do that in real life. And if you do, I think of things like escape rooms. You ever done an escape room before? Like, escape rooms are awesome, but they're like $30 every time you go. I don't have that kind of money, right? But I could pay $20 one time. Let's see it. Wait for the light. Okay. I can pay $20 one time and have these moments often, right? There we go. It's like, and this is one game. You know, earlier today I played Pokemon Go with my wife downtown here in our city, and I mean we got to do real life video games, and she and I both caught Pokemon all afternoon, and it was the first 70-degree day here in Minnesota. It was beautiful. The Lone Turtle Memorial on the west by southwest. Well, how many steps? Ride west by south to the palm. Oh, to the palm tree. Okay. I'm gonna keep talking. Don't worry. I've got stuff to do. So gotta go this way. You guys gonna. Oh golly, even worse. Oh, there's two of them. Oh my gosh. Wow, we're getting just kegged all day today. Amazing. Amazing. So yeah, my wife and I got to play video games like in real life. You know, that's the future. I'm looking forward to more of that. But Pokemon Go, like we got an hour and a half walk in, good exercise for us. We got to go downtown, explore a city that she's never lived in and that I haven't been to in a long time. Right, which is like that's so exciting. You get to see everything's happen in real life, even from an augmented reality game. It's just awesome. And for us, even if the YouTube channel does nothing, right? If we don't make it a career and it fails and flops, we're gonna have a blast because all the videos are of us playing games. How do you beat that? And we have a little history book of videos that we made of awesome and epic moments that happened while we were playing together. Like man, I just think that's so cool. You know what I mean? I think it's incredible for us to be able. Oh, that was sound just disappeared. That shovel dig. This palm tree? Yes, it is. Oh, we're lagging so hard right now. There we go. We have like a little history book of things that we get to look back on. You know, we look back at those old Overwatch videos that Grant made years ago with our buddies, and I still watch them today. And I get messages, you know, every month or two from one of the guys in the Overwatch crew from our Nobody's group, and they're like, "Oh, dude, I just watched those videos again. They're so funny." And for us, like, we want to make videos that if we're laughing, we hope you guys are laughing too. But even if you're not laughing, it's funny for us. And it's not like we're not trying to make inside jokes. That's not what I'm trying to say. It's that we think it's funny. And so hopefully we find some people that think it's funny as well who could share in our humor because we love it so much. Really do. So, and obviously we got other things that we do on the side too. We don't just play video games, but yeah. Anyways, there's the long short of it. It was a long talk. I don't mind sharing, so don't feel like you messed me up in any way. I'm really glad you asked. It's something that I really could sit and talk about all day. I feel like my family is getting sick of hearing me talk about it because I bring it up with them a lot. Because it's kind of all I do now is make videos and learn how to edit better. And the thing I miss the most actually is I don't get to play as much games as I'd like to because I'm spending a lot of time editing now. But the beauty of it is that Andrew and Tanner and we split the editing, so it's not quite as taxing on one of us to do it. Yeah, in actuality, from like a career standpoint, if things keep going down the career route where we can actually be making like jobs out of this, Tanner and Andrew are looking to drop down from their jobs, either be done with them or scale way back and do YouTube with me, and I'm looking to do it full time. I would love to do YouTube as my career. I think the hard part is the editing, because I'm just not that good of an editor yet. I've gotten significantly better, but I'm not a videographer or a choreographer by any means. But I see it happening someday. It's just gonna take some time. And with two friends doing it along with me, not only do we split the load of what the work requires, but it's just like us doing gaming together, right? Like we love gaming together. We also love making videos and working on a YouTube channel together. It's really fun. Kerrigan says, I really like the edits of your drawn faces in the Deep Rock video. Oh, that's so good to hear. We've been toying with that for months, right? So my brother Tanner, he drew those portraits of us. And there's one for all the nobodies. I think we're missing one. We got to get one more for Logan. And we used them every time that we talked. We would put those faces up so you could see who was talking to get to know us a little better. And not that we're trying to be full of ourselves in any way, but it can get confusing when you got 4 people talking on a video. And so we wanted to make a way so that you knew who the voices were. And we all use the same colors whenever we talk. So whenever Tanner's on screen, it's like yellows and blacks. And whenever Andrew's on screen, it's pinks and blacks. Whenever I'm on screen, it's like a cobalt blue is the color I picked. The idea was just to make things easier to know who all these people were that were showing up in these videos all the time. The problem was that when we did the edits on the Deep Rock videos, putting those heads in, it literally tripled the amount of time it took to put the video out. Like we'd edit the video and get all the chunks in, and then we'd have to go back, find every instance of when we talked, and add those heads to where we talked. And on a like 8 to 20 minute video, it took forever to do that. And so we were looking at some of the analytics and stuff for the videos and said, you know, let's take a break and see what happens and see if we can find a more creative way to use those instead of every time we talked. What if we did it during like key moments or for, you know, for thumbnails and stuff like that. And so we've gone that route, and that's gone pretty good. And then we found CapCut, which is a editing software created by TikTok. Oh, there's another barrel. Get out of here. CapCut will auto-generate captions on your videos, which was a godsend for us because now we can color the letters of our videos the colors of the people talking versus having a head in there every time they talk. And then we can just intro people with the heads and all that stuff with the colors nearby. So we're trying to go down that route a little bit this time. But I appreciate your feedback because it really helps us know, like, should we go back to using those? Are they actually helpful? Is it worth the time, right? Like, I'm thinking of a video nowadays. Our base of people who watch videos now is a lot different than where we started. Does our current group of viewers appreciate that those heads pop up every time we talk? So hearing you say that you like those and that it worked well is encouraging because I can bring that back to the guys and say, hey, maybe we should give this another shot. All right, got another one here. Oh, it's 10:19 already. Holy cows. Well, I've got time, thankfully. I think we're gonna be able to get this vault done. Oh, I've got the X, but I don't know what this island is it not Crook's Hollow, right? I gotta find this island, then we can decide. God, it's Plunder Valley for sure, right? Oops. Sure looks like Plunder Valley, yep. Okay, so we need to go southwest. And it looks like it's on the northeast side of the island. That's all right. Let's go this way. Yep. Actually, Sherigan, I was doing a lot of looking at analytics today, just doing a review of our channel to see things we could change. And it's really funny to watch how our videos start. Our videos started with like 8-minute, really fast deep rock edits with the faces and all that stuff. And those videos literally took like 20 hours to make. They were, because I was bad at editing in terms of the speed department. And those heads just took so long to put in the videos. Where now our videos are, you know, 30 to 45 minutes long. Our best video on the channel right now was 45 minutes long. And it was basically an unedited run of Risk of Rain 2. Had a good intro in it and everything like that. It did really well. And the point that I'm trying to make is that the ideas for the videos were huge. Right? When we started the channel, we were just putting up runs of Deep Rock, right? What happened this time we played? Where now we're trying to be really intentional with, you know, what's the goal for what we're playing tonight? What are we trying to do? Right? Are we going to run all the same character? Are we going to make a challenge for ourselves? Are we going to do a mod? You know, stuff like that. I think those ideas have helped a lot. So maybe now it's time, you know, do we start putting the heads back in with our fun ideas and see if it grows and does some more? I don't know, but we'll see. Jurgen says, for me, it was great to know who was talking. A lot of different people talking without knowing them makes it hard to know who's talking. Yeah, exactly. I totally understand. I've watched enough videos from other streamers now, or other YouTubers now, where they get multiple people in their games, which is cool. Doing collabs, right, with people you know or don't know, and just getting time to play with others. I love that. I think it's awesome to watch people play games with other people, right, that are having a good time. But keeping track of everybody is really tough, especially if, like, I'll watch some of those videos while I'm substitute teaching, right? So kids will be like working on a project on their own. Whoops, I went out of camera, my bad. Kids will be working on a project on their own. I got nothing to do because I'm just subbing. So I'll pull up a YouTube video and I have the sound off because I can't listen to it with the sound on while I'm being the teacher. And so not being able to see who's talking, but just see the subtitles makes it really tough. That's why we did the color-coded stuff, so that those who are watching without sound on, they could still like watch without sound on and read who is talking based on the color. I wonder if there's a way for us, I'm just thinking out loud here now. I wonder if there's a way for us to do something that makes it easier to know who's talking without putting a head in every time they talk. Like if we all said, "Hey, it's Miles," and our head is on screen and the voice is playing, and then then Tanner does the same thing. "Hey, it's Tanner. Hey, it's Andrew," and the head pops up while they talk. And then after that, the head doesn't have to be there for the whole video anymore. It could just be there at the intro when everyone's seeing who's here and who the voice belongs to. Jerrigan is saying, thinking of making a VOD out of this, or a video even. We'll make a VOD for sure. Right after this is done, when the stream is done, the VOD stays on the channel. We have all of our VODs up for people to watch right after. I'll probably try to trim out the beginning a little bit because I had a little bit of sound issues. But it'll stay up for people to watch. We're still working out whether we're going to make videos from streams. I think there's potential for that to happen. It's a little harder when I'm by myself because we're a multiplayer channel. So I want to do a lot of multiplayer videos, not just single videos. But streaming for us is more for the conversation, right, with each other, like my friends and I, but also with chat with you guys. We really like chatting with you guys. If people weren't around, we just would play on our own. We wouldn't stream it. We set up these nights because we want to hang out with you guys, and hopefully you want to hang out with us because we really do enjoy the conversation, and we'll talk about anything. I mean, you can ask us whatever you want. We'll talk about it. So it's good. So will we make a video out of this one? I'm not sure if we'll make an edited video out of it. Probably not. Not because I don't think it'd be good or anything, but we just haven't done much with Sea of Thieves, and my friends aren't here to play with me, and I'm trying to keep it all multiplayer. But we'll see. If Sea of Thieves ends up being a thing that we do, then maybe I'll look into doing that. Some of the answers, though, it might be worth doing a short, even though I talk way too much. Of some of the answers to the questions you've asked me, right? Like the purpose of the channel and what we're doing and all that. That could make a really good short if I could condense my answer down to like a minute. We'll see if that's possible. But yeah, we were thinking about creating a way to do live streams where we could turn them into videos afterwards, and it's possible. It's very possible. One thing I don't want to do on live streams, and maybe I'm naive about this, but I don't want to forego hanging out with chat on stream because we're trying to make a video at the same time, right? So if there's like the conversation that we're having now, like doesn't do well in a video because people aren't going to watch a video that I title "Sea of Thieves." We got blown up by so many barrels or whatever, but then we talked about the channel for a lot, or we talked about Overwatch for a lot, right? I love the conversation. I want to talk about those things, especially with chat. And so I don't want to edit a video that other people are like, well, I came here for Sea of Thieves. Like, why are you talking about this? So streaming for me is to talk about all these. Oh my goodness, another barrel. Is to be able to talk with you guys about the things you want to talk about and watch some Sea of Thieves content while you're at it. Watch the guy try to raid a ship or get blown up by barrels all night. I hope that makes sense. I'm trying to be really transparent about what we're doing because the streaming. Well, rock right here. The streaming is super fun, and we'd be playing regardless of whether a stream was on or not. If we weren't streaming tonight, I'd be playing Sea of Thieves or another game on my own because no one's here, but I'd still be playing. It's way more fun to have you guys here. It's way easier for me to cancel stream when no one's available. It's way more fun to be here and have you guys hanging out and chatting about anything you want to talk about. Oh, I missed. While playing the video games at the same time. Sherigan missed the barrel and killed the skeleton instead. I know, right? Classic me. Yeah, if I was a better shot, I think I could do more in this game. Honestly, I feel like I'm pretty good on the cannons. That's something I've got a lot of practice on for whatever reason, because I don't do a lot of naval combat. But I've really got the cannon fire scoped in, so I can hit things pretty easily there. I think next time Andrew plays with me, and if I can get Tanner and James too, but Andrew for sure, I'm going to have him drive the boat and learn how to steer, and I'm going to run the cannons. I let him run the cannons the first time because it's really fun. I wanted him to have a good time, and he enjoys it too. I'm not going to... I need a shot playing some cannons. Oh, give me that chest. Is it just out of reach? No, it's not. Perfect. All right. How fast can I do a vault? We got to go to Crescent Isle. Let's see where Crescent Isle is. I know what it looks like because it's a crescent. I think it's all the way up here. Yeah. Oh. All right. We're going northwest, my friend. Northwest we go. It might be a late stream tonight. I gotta teach tomorrow. The only thing I can do now is this vault, and that's it. And hopefully, I do it really quick because I gotta get sleep eventually. I can't do more than just the vault. Oh, water break. Sorry about that. Straighten her out. Ooh. But hey, Sherrigan, if you don't mind me asking, how long you been watching stuff with us? I know you said you watched some of the Deep Rock videos with the faces in it. Did you start back when we were putting those out? Or have you gone through and watched our stuff? Just out of curiosity. Get the sail in the wind. It's like Wind Waker vibes right here. Boom, baby. Now we're cruising. That fort is still up. Whoever's doing that fort, taking their time for sure. Oh, the wind just changed. That's so sad. Guess we're going the slow way. Alright, I think we're pointing in the right direction now. Let's get our key put in a spot. Actually, we need that in there. We're going to take this out. This here. Because we want to haul this into the vault with us. So we can get all the goodies all pushed together or something. Oh, nice. Okay, perfect. Jerrigan said, I just found the channel last stream and was watching the old videos. That's awesome. I'm glad you found our stream. Yeah, we've been doing stuff for a little while now. I mean, it doesn't feel like it's been 9 months already. But it doesn't surprise me either. Time flies. I'm really glad that you're sticking around with us, though. Last stream was fun, too. Yeah, the community stream, that's actually a brand new thing for us. Like we wanted to make a way to play games with people, not just each other, right? Not just the nobody's playing games. Because we really have this vision of what if we had a Discord group that had people in it that were, you know, we have our own little text channel that says, hey, I'm going to play this game. Anyone want to play with me? Uh-oh. All right, there's a Megalodon. Where's he at? Where's he at? I heard him. We can't fight him. We just got to run. I don't have time to do a Megalodon. Where's that fin? There it is. Oh, man. That purple monster. Hopefully he doesn't take us off course too bad here. We're just going to run from this guy. I want to fight him, but we don't have time. We don't have time. Oh my gosh, get out of here. Oh, I'm off the boat. No, get me out of here. Oh, no. Oh, that's so much trouble. Okay, we gotta get on the boat. We're sinking. What a fiasco for me tonight. Holy cows. All right, we're gonna fix some holes. Yeah. Thankfully, he just got the backside. That's not too bad. Okay, we're okay. We're still running. Hopefully, we're still running the same direction we were going before. We'll check that in a sec. Okay, there's a rock. We're okay at the rock, though. We want to be going... Okay, we got pushed a little bit off this side. That's fine. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, there's a boat there. Is this how this is gonna be tonight? What's going on there? Yeah, I don't really want to be next to this thing. All right, I think this is what we're gonna do, my friend. We're gonna try to get away from this guy. But if they catch up to us, I'm gonna offer him the vault key. Because I don't really want to fight for 45 minutes against a brigantine. We're gonna see how this goes, but we might make some friends on the seas. Real Captain says, I love the live stream shenanigans go down. That's what we're all about, my friend. We honestly, we love it. Love it. It's so fun. Like in the far distant future, if things go really well for us on YouTube and we're able to do this thing full time or very close to full time, my goal is to stream more often on YouTube here and have a grand old time, like often. Like I think one stream a week is the best we can really do right now, and maybe just a few more. Right, we're getting the Pokemon stream back up, so that'll put us to 2 streams a week. We might have to cut back a little bit when that comes on, so we might have to do like 1.5 streams a week kind of thing. But that's purely because we have other jobs that we have to do, and editing plus streaming plus the other work that we do is real tough. And so in the future, if we can scale back from those jobs, we would love to do more stream. That would be fantastic. And we're gonna see if this guy's. I think that we have really good experiences on stream because our friends just do funny things together. Like that's just who we are. We like to be goofy and have fun, and we want to bring you guys in on it too. Like the conversation and the suggestions and the challenges and all that stuff. That's who we are. We love it. And so the more that we can do, the more real it's gonna feel, I think, because it's not gonna be just me putting together all the funniest clips I can find into one video, and now you see, you know, a third of the run that we did, and it was the funniest parts, but you missed all the like in between, or some of the things that happened that weren't funny enough to make the clip, but I thought were still good. You know, like I can't put everything in because some of it's inside jokes or some of it's too long of a story to tell and all that stuff. So I think streaming's a really good avenue for us. And for my friends, as long as they're the ones not hosting it, then they're happy to do it. I love hosting stream. I think it's fun. My internet's not the best for it sometimes, so I can't always do it. But I would love to host stream more often, get them to play with me on whatever game. And or, oh my gosh, is he back? That Megalodon's back. And or have the Discord, have the channel, the people who watch the. Oh my goodness, that's not the white one, is it? No, that's blue. Okay, the white one is like ultra rare. It's really hard to find. So that's a blue one. It's so pretty. That's 2 Megalodons in a row, by the way. These are 2 different ones. So if we can get, if our channel can get to a point where it's sustainable for us to be able to do more with the channel than what we already are, as in like we could scale back work a little bit and then do some more live stuff and editing stuff, and then be able to get a channel of people together, as in like a community who want to play games together and do things together. I think that's really hitting on all cylinders for us. Sherika says, I'll have to leave now. Was nice chatting with you all. If you need anything, I'm on the Nobody's Discard. Got the same profile pic there. Hey, man, it was so fun. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. It was great, and I love the conversation. And obviously, hang out with me in Discord, like you said, and other live streams. Ask us whatever you want. Let's play together sometime. I would really, really enjoy that. So, have a fantastic one. Thanks for being here. What a champ, Sherigan. What a champ. Been here for a week now. A week. And hanging out in streams, seeing all the innards of the channel. It's good stuff. Cap, you've been around here for a long time now. When did you start on with us, Cap? Was it like, it was this summer sometime, right? Or early fall, something like that? I think I remember you jumping in. Island's largest cave. All right. You got it, chest. Summer DRG videos. That's what I thought. Deep Rock videos. Okay. That's what I thought. Yeah, it was, I mean, I'll get a little bit cheesy here. Oh, there's that one. A little cheesy here. There was you and Chef Scott and Tadford. You guys were commenting on our videos all the time, and I read every single comment. I reply to every single comment, and you guys kept showing up, and I was like, dude, these guys are the best. Like, I'd get on Discord with Andrew and Tanner because they weren't able to check the video comments and stuff as often as I was, and so I'd get there and say, oh, these guys replied again. I'm having a conversation with them in the comments. It's good times. But it made our day. Like, we'd get those comments and it was awesome. Cap, we got to play a game together sometime. I got to play with Tadford and Chef Scott on DRG, but we didn't get to play a game with you yet. We got to do that. Oh man, so I put a playlist on in the background. I don't think you guys can hear it because for whatever reason, after I tested it, it's not working anymore. But it's still playing for me because I haven't fiddled with it. It is playing the craziest, like, it's like K-pop music almost in the background for this pirate game. It does not fit at all. All right, we got to do a quick scope around. We're going to jump. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. Wow. All right, we're going to do a jump. See if that boat's around still. Alright, I don't see it. That's good. That brig came passing by, and so I was scared to start the vault. I gotta do this really fast, though. Come on, mermaid. Yeah, says for sure. Don't know when, but I'm gonna try to catch the next community one. Yeah, sounds good, man. The next community one's next week. It's my birthday next week, and we're doing community night for my birthday. So jump in. It's 8:30 next week. We're gonna play Risk of Rain 2. We'll have you in on that one. That'd be super fun. But yeah, if there's a time that you're like, hey, I got time, I want to play, just put it up in our Discord, and if we've got time, we'll jump in with you. K-pop, I know, dude. It sounds so weird. It does not fit this game at all. We'd be the K-pop pirates, man. That's kind of funny, actually. What? Yeah, it's my birthday next week. Yep. I'm turning 33. I'm turning really old. Oh, I forgot the chest. Turning really old this year. It just so happens that it's on a Monday. And so I was talking to my wife today, asking her what we're doing for my birthday. But we are not celebrating my birthday off stream. We're going to celebrate on stream. Then we'll go out and do something on my birthday. Because I want to do community streams so bad. We've done 2 community streams now with Risk of Rain 2. And they're so fun. Gosh, I have a good time. And Risk of Rain 2 is such the perfect pick for it because you get 16 players. Like, what multiplayer game do we know that can host 16 players? I don't know one. That's the only one I know. And it works great. So I'm just pumped that we can play that game with so many people. Cap, what fun. Now I've got to make it. Well, heck, if you're there, it'll make my birthday even better. I won't beg you though, right? Don't feel pressure that you have to be there. But if you're there, it's gonna make it even more fun. All right, let's see how good I am at these. I'll tell you what, I'm not the best. I wish I was better for how many I've done. I wish I was better. All right, so we're gonna go up here. Cap, you seen one of these before? I'm sure you have. Oh, look at all these. These are worth so much money. Oh, I forgot to fly my emissary flag. Whoops. The biggest whoopsie. Come here. Oh. All right. And we're going here. Nope, we're not. Okay, let's check this out. So we've got a cup and chains. So the one chain is always in this one. Yep. And then we've got skull, crown, chest, cup. So let's do cup and this thing. Oh, sir. But this one. Alright, I gotta find a medallion. I'm not that good. I will find one. Whee! Medallion up here. Oh man, okay. I see a medallion here. Oh, there's one too. Perfect. All right, let's do this one. Nope. There. Give me one here. Give me one. Give me one. Give me one. Skull. Oh, okay, now we look for skull over here. And then we got locks and turns. Try this. Sir. What, this one? Sir. And this one. Hey, hey, hey! We got there, boys. Now, can we get all this out in time? I see chat. I will be right there. I'm running out of time for this, and I want to make sure I get as much out of it. We can chat while I'm bringing the loot back to the ship. Please hold. Now, if I had multiple players for this, we'd really cash in it. Nope, that one. That's a worthless vest, but... Here. This one, nope. This one, please. Game. Game. There we go. I wasn't picking up that gold, but... Oh no, that's it. Okay. All right. I'm not pushing any more than that. Cap says, "Oh yeah, one of my friends always drowns in them." It's pretty easy to drown in these things for sure. I wish that, like, if I can get my buddies to play with me on this, we would do these things so well, because I can get the I know how to do the puzzles, but thinking about how to do the puzzle and looting that whole room is like a lot to do in 3 minutes. And so if I can have people drop me one medallion, it's pretty much guaranteed I'll get it. I know how to do them with 0, but it just takes longer, and I'm not that like fast at it. But then I can have other people looting everything. That'd be awesome. Either way, I got one of my goals for tonight done. I want to try to do. There's a commendation if you get 100, which is a huge number. 100 vaults opened, you get a sweet sale, and I want to do that because I've done a bunch already because it's what I do solo. And so I'm just gonna keep plugging away at them. Plundered, yes, we got some. We got some. It's not gonna be amazing. It'd be better if I had put emissary up, but I just blanked on it tonight because it's weird, man. It's weird, Cap. Streaming, not only are you like worried about the seas and all the other boats and steering and navigating and all that stuff, but then you're doing stream, so I'm having conversation on the side, watching a chat screen. I just blank on some of the easiest details that I ought to have, and that'll just come with practice for me. Once I get a little more practice streaming Sea of Thieves and looting and sailing and teaching and talking and all that, it's gonna be awesome. The thing though is, like, I know I can do it. I know I can do it. I believe in myself. I'm a really good talker. If that wasn't apparent tonight, holy cows. It's funny, man. Like, when I was in middle school and high school, I used to get criticized a lot for talking really loud and talking a lot. So I always tried not to growing up. And then I get into this YouTube thing, and it's like, hey, you got to talk a lot if you're going to YouTube. I'm like, perfect. I'm good at that. Cap says, for sure, I did Twitch for a hot sec. Oh, yeah, did you? I didn't know you did that. What did you do on Twitch? How long did you do it, too? I'm really curious. That's crazy. So Cap did Twitch. Kevin Durant's burner, he's in our Discord. He did Twitch for a little bit, too. So we got 2 people who did streaming for a little bit in the Discord. That's crazy cool. I love it. Yeah, the biggest advice that I heard for streaming was that you have to talk all the time. And that did not scare me away from streaming at all. Because I like to talk, and people don't like it when I talk so much, but I enjoy talking. If there's people who want to listen to me, I'm happy to talk. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'll get the multitasking part figured out here soon. Grant! Oh, that's right. Grant did streaming too. I'm sorry, Grant. I'm sorry. Grant Buff, it's good to have you here, man. Mans doesn't even mention that I did Twitch too. I watched a bunch of your streams, Grant, and I enjoyed them. They were good. I did show up. Are you kidding me? I just didn't chat much. That's all. I watched a lot. Cap says, well, for about a year, I was a Rainbow Six Siege. Oh, cool. Lots of tournaments. Wow. That's awesome. Dude, I don't have the guts to do that. I mean, I think it's incredible that not only did you do Twitch and all that stuff, but you competed in tournaments as well. That's something that I just don't have the guts for. I've thought about doing tourneys for like Magic the Gathering, and Warhammer and stuff like that. I really want to do one, but I just am too scared to do it. But it'd be sweet. Grant, glad you're here, man. Thanks for hanging out. I know what Grant's up to tonight. This is a game that I think Grant would love. But Grant's got other grindy games to play, and that's fine. I forgive him for it. Look at all these chests. Yeah, I've been lurking. That's all good, man. I lurked for you, you're lurking for me. That's how it goes. Oh, you're killing me, Grant. This is not a game I would love. There's no sense of progression. I know, we've talked about it. The sense of progression is the cosmetics you open. It's not the RPG part, which I know is different. I'm not criticizing that in any way. They're different styles of game. But I do think you'd like the looting a lot. And that's strictly why I think you'd like the game. Is it's a game about getting loot. Oh my gosh, that boat is at gold. I know Grant likes to grind for loot, and so that's what I was thinking. Wait. Oh, we can go around the other way. Oh, because we can't go to Sanctuary. There's a boat there. Cap says, Buff, you got to try it out. I agree. The progression is watching your skills increase. He's right. He's right, Grant. It is watching your skills increase. The problem, Cap, is that Grant doesn't care whether his skills increase or not. And that's fine. That's fine. Different ways to play games, right? It's why I like roguelikes so much. I play a lot of roguelikes for solo games, and I enjoy them because I like watching myself get better at the game. RPGs have a really cool sense of progression where not only do you get better at the game, but you also get stat points to show how much progress you've made, which is cool too. Different and cool. Grant, don't scare off Cap, okay? All right. We're almost to the full turn. I really don't want to run into this brig. What a sad way to end if I looted this whole thing, lost all this loot at the very end of the night. The only benefit would be is that I actually opened the vault, and so I get progression. Grant says, I mean, hey, people are allowed to like different things. You're exactly right. I agree with you 100%. 100%. Different games for different people. The really important thing is that we all get to hang out still, regardless of what we like, which is fun. Life isn't all... Actually, this is kind of one thing that is about the is about the channel for us too, right? Sorry, I'm just blanking right now. So Sherigan was asking earlier, like, what the purpose of the channel is, right? And different games for different people. One thing that we talked about all the time was we don't want to be the channel that just plays one game. Who was pushing that narrative? Me, because I jump games like every 2-3 weeks. That's a really normal part of me. Is I just like to play different games. I like to play a lot of games. There's tons of games I'm in on. But I don't want to just be the DRG channel or just the Risk of Rain channel, right? Like, those are great games, but there's so many games out there to play, and there's so many good games to play with your friends out there as well. Why can't we show all of them off, right? All the ones that we love, that we've got people that play often. Let's show them off. Let's play and enjoy those things. So that's another big pillar of the channel that we're kind of shooting our foot for a little bit because the growth for doing multiple video games is a lot slower than doing just one. But I think what would happen is that all of my friends and myself would get really burnt out playing the same game all the time on film. We were actually just talking about this recently because I've been watching a lot of stuff for research for YouTube, like how to get better at it and grow and all that stuff. And the biggest thing that I'm hearing is that you have to find the audience, you have to find the niche, right? Niche down. And those words just make me like, they make me sick a little bit because I don't want to be the channel that does one thing and that's it, because we're never gonna stick with it. The channel won't last if we only do one thing, and we're not, like, my friends and I are not gonna enjoy it nearly as much as if we could switch things up. And so I think we're gonna take the slow roll and play the games that we really like, and be a channel that's known for fun moments in multiplayer games. And it could be a whole slew of multiplayer games, we shall see. And hopefully that, I mean, it'll be fun for us, that's the benefit. For, like I said earlier, if things all tank and things don't go well for career side of YouTube, well, we have a history book of all the fun things we did together, and we all get to play games together. But we'd sure like to see this thing take off, to make a career out of it and do the really cool. We're the group that does multiplayer games and has an awesome time, and other people should play multiplayer games too because it's fun. Here's why. Anyways, I'll get off my soapbox on that. I get a little preachy about things I love. Buff, what you up to tonight? Are you playing Warframe or are you playing Minecraft tonight? Which one is it? Cap says, unfortunately the algorithm is mean and posting different things brings less people, but it does filter the goobers of YouTube. Yeah, I agree. It's unfortunate, right? It makes sense. I get it from the algorithm side. I get why it's doing that. It's sad that it's hard to grow it in this way. Like, I wish that the niche that we had, and it's just going to take time for us. I wish the niche we had was we're a multiplayer channel, so that the algorithm said, okay, people who like to watch multiplayer games will go to this channel. But it's not specific enough, unfortunately, as of right now. And so it's forcing our hand in one way to say, hey, you guys need to not post so many games on your channel because it's not getting out to the right people. So that's where Risk of Rain 2 comes in a little bit, as we said, okay, well, what's one game that if we stuck with for a little bit, especially on the way for Risk of Rain Returns, that we could do a bunch of stuff on for a while and then do Risk of Rain Returns, because we're all going to play that anyways. And the Risk of Rain 2 was the answer, so. Buff says, server's still down, so I was Warframing. Nice. It's too bad the server's down. That took way longer than what was expected, but that's just how it goes, I guess. Guy says, how's Warframe? I've been eyeing it. Oh, man. Warframe? So, Buff used to stream Warframe for, what, a year or two? Last week, we just checked his hour count last week just for fun, because we just fired it up again for the first time in years. And I think Grant was at 1,800 hours he put into that game. Warframe is a game where there's so much to do, which is a big plus of the game. Tons to do in the game. But when you're new, it is overwhelming because there's so much to do. And the game doesn't do a really good job of like leading you through everything. It's got quests. It'll do the basics for all the things that you want to do. But when you get into the nitty gritty and all that, you have to look at wikis or watch YouTube videos to figure out how to do it. And if you like looter shooters, it's a fantastic game because that's what the whole game is all about. I mean, endless piles of loot. So much loot. Like tons of... and it's free to play, which is great. You can put money into it to speed your progress up. But you can actually earn the premium currency just by playing the game free. You can sell your loot to players for the premium currency and then use the premium currency to buy the stuff you would if you put money into the game. I love that part. I like being a salesman. It's pretty fun. So, Buff says it's the top 3 games for him of all time, which I I totally agree with him on that. I don't know if it's one of my top 3 games of all time, but it's in the top 1 of my games. It's not low on the ladder. It's pretty high on the ladder. It's a good game. If you like Borderlands, Warframe is like space Borderlands, but you don't loot guns all over the place. You loot resources to craft guns, essentially. And then there's mods and all that. Great. Grant says he disagrees about the new player experience after playing it again now. It's gotten so much better. I agree. It was much worse. I think it's not... like the whole modding and all that stuff just isn't... It's a core part of the game, but it's not explained hardly at all. And especially for the builds for modding and all that, you kind of get hard stuck with mods if you don't do it correctly. That's how I feel, but that's fine. I think it's a lot better than it was, like tons and tons better. Grant said it was overwhelming to log into my main account, but the start over has been a fantastic experience. Yeah, you convinced me to do that too, and it was a really good option to do that because it made it just easier to manage what I was gonna do on my runs. Man, I don't want to log off because I'm enjoying chatting so much. We're gonna let all this stuff go through, and we'll finish up stream here. Unfortunately, it's 11 o'clock on the dot. I'm now a little late to bed, but that's fine. I have to teach tomorrow though, and it's the first day back from spring break. I just know that tomorrow's gonna be it's gonna be a rough day with the students. We'll make it work. Nice. Well, this was a really fun stream. I appreciate you guys being here and hanging out, whether you were talking or lurking, and whether you're watching this VOD later or you were here live. Thanks for hanging. Sea of Thieves is one of my favorite games of all time. It's probably in the top 3 for me of my favorite games. And the plan for the night didn't go exactly how I thought it would, but I still got to do a lot of fun stuff, and even more so, I got to chat with you guys and tell some stories, give you a little behind the scenes of the channel and all that, which is great. So. Let me drop a few things on you for what's coming up for the channel. First things first is that next week is community stream. It'll be Monday, April 17th at 8:30 p.m. We'll be right here on YouTube. We're playing Risk of Rain 2, and it's also my birthday on the 17th. And so if you want to give me a happy birthday present, just show up to stream. I'd love to have you there to hang out and chat and just enjoy the laughter and fun. I said earlier in this VOD on the stream that you can ask us whatever you want, and we'll talk about it because we like chatting. So jump in, be a part of the group. The community stream next week, it's 16 players in the game for Risk of Rain 2. So if you want to play with us, just show up for the stream. We'll put a code in chat that you'll copy that'll get you right into the game with us. You just need a Steam version of Risk of Rain 2 in order to play. There's no mods or anything like that. It's all vanilla. We'd love to have you there. Outside of that, me and Grant and Tanner have been planning the Pokemon stream that we're going to do. It's not out yet. We're still in the planning phase, but it's soon, very soon. We're looking to start that back up again, and it'll be around on Fridays, going soon. Soon is the best word I can use. It's almost time, but the Pokemon stream will return, and we'll put details up for that as soon as we have them ready to go. If you want to chat with us throughout the week and you want to hear more about what we're up to for the channel, jump in our Discord. There's a link for it in the description of this video. We chat there all the time. We actually get our good friend Kevin Rance Burner. He just put up a pictures of his fish tacos because we got a cooking channel on there. We like to post stuff, and there's always music going up in the chat as well, so you can jump in there and see what we're up to during the week. And as I said through the stream, we're trying to make a community of people who want to play games together, whether you play with us or you play with each other. That's what that Discord is set up for, so that you can get to know each other, hang out together, be goofy, and have fun times, and then find people that are like-minded and set up game times. There's a whole server of voice chats in that Discord that are called Couch 1, Couch 2, Couch 3, and so on, that are there for you guys to use anytime you want to, so you can play these multiplayer games together and be able to talk to each other easily and not have to set up your own Discords or anything like that. So, outside of that, that's stream. It was super fun. Thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I will see you guys next week for my birthday stream. All right. Have a fantastic night. See you later. We'll talk soon. Yeah. Have a good one.